every week it gets a little bit more difficult. Park Parish, you've been in this situation. 2016, you saw these Bearcats. Northwest Missouri State, the opponent today, and this is a team that's so accustomed to being in this situation. And every year when they start the season, they want to win a conference championship and a national championship, and we're in week 2 right now.
Yeah, when you've had success like they have, Billy, in the past, I mean, that just becomes the expectation. And really that's how you get your program to be really successful, is to build that confidence and to that expectation over the years. And if that's the expectation, then likely that's what the results are going to be.
I don't want to steal any of your storylines because there are so many storylines to get to. So we're going to get to Park's extra points a little bit early as the Bisons get ready to come out onto the field right now. And what are Park's extra points today?
2 things, Billy. I mean, you could probably say this one just about every game, but win the turnover battle. Just like you said, these games get more and more important down the stretch. Got to make sure you're on the plus side of the turnover battle today. Another thing, Billy, is just making sure that when you're in the red zone, you're able to punch the ball in. Northwest Missouri is really good at keeping teams out of the end zone that like to run the football. And so making sure that you're getting touchdowns in the red zone and you're holding them to field goals or less, that's going to be a big point of the game today.
Yeah, you mentioned points off turnovers. Harding 113-17. They've outscored their opponents on points off turnovers. Harding also 84% in the red zone coming in. Their opponent 68%, but it's a Northwest Missouri State team. Park, they've only given up 2 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, they're stingy with those rushing touchdowns. Now, they hadn't seen the rushing attack like Harding, so let's hope we can change that today, but definitely they are very good at defending the run.
And these 2 teams have a series history all in the playoffs. Northwest Missouri State leads the series 3-0, all the games being played in Maryville, Missouri. 2012, 35-0, they beat the Bisons. 2016, a season that the Bisons were 13-0. You were the quarterback of that team. You went up there. They won a national championship that year. Bisons had a very good team, and they beat the Bisons 35-0 that year.
Yeah, they were really good, Billy, and I'm hoping they're not quite as good today because that team was they shut us down.
And then in 2019, these 2 teams played each other 7-6. Northwest Missouri State scored on the first drive, didn't score again. The Bison scored on their final drive, went for 2, and the 2-point conversion failed. And so that's the way the game ended. That was in the last couple of minutes of that game. Preston Payton down on the field along with Corey Beatty, Michael Cindric, and Mason Hutto, the captains for the Bisons. It's great to see.
What's your choice? You're going to defer. You want the ball. Which way would you like to kick? Okay, please place your back at goal line. Northwest Missouri State won the toss and will defer. Harding will receive. Good luck today, gentlemen.
I think that both teams, that would have been the result. If the Bisons won, they would have deferred the option just like the Bearcats. Both teams have so much confidence in their defenses. Our head referee today is Phil Kaufman. That was his voice that you heard down on the field. And when we'll see who we see at quarterback for Northwest Missouri State. We were told that we very well could see both quarterbacks today. Mike Hohensee has had a very good season. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards this season. His completion percentage is 74%. He was injured last week, went out. Braden Wright came on. He played very well in relief, had a big game last week as they came up with a victory last week and over Central Washington 50-21. The Bearcats did. We saw him back in 2017. He was a starting quarterback that season, so he's no stranger to the Bisons, and the Bisons have seen him before.
That's right. I mean, at this point, Billy, these teams have met in the playoffs a few times, so they're getting familiar with one another, and hopefully, that familiarity plays good for the Bisons today.
Today, the first ever second-round game being played on campus. Park, I don't think it's a stretch to say this is the biggest football game that's been played on this campus with the second round of the playoffs being played here. It's about execution, isn't it?
It is. And it's always about execution, but even more so when you're playing a team of this caliber, Northwest Missouri, you can't get away with some of the mistakes that you can in other games. So got to be really sharp today.
And we'll see 2 outstanding running backs when we talk about Al McKellar, the senior from Indianapolis. He played for UIndy in 2017 with the Bisons. Faced UIndy. He has rushed for over 1,400 yards on the season, 17 touchdowns, and, of course, Cole Chansey 3 short of 5,000 in his Harding career. So there's so many storylines in this game, and so many eyes will be watching different things today.
There's a lot of good football players out there on the field today, Billy, especially those running backs.
Northwest Missouri State, the Bearcats are in their white jerseys, their white pants, the white helmet. Bisons in their traditional home black and gold. The black and gold jerseys, the black and gold pants, and the black helmet with the Bison on each side. Round 2 of the playoffs about to get started as it will be teed up, and Cole Lammel, the freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, will tee it up, and the Bisons will be deep to receive. The wind is at the back of Northwest Missouri State here in this first quarter of play, and we are underway from Searcy, and it is Dela Cruz from the 3, across the 10, 15, across the 20, and a good return up to the 25, and he is met there by Isaac Volstead. So we'll get the Bison offense on the field, and Park, these first few drives are going to be very interesting to watch, I think, from both teams.
No doubt. I mean, you want to set the tone early, so hopefully the offensive line can come off and hit them in the mouth and get a good push up there.
So it is first down for the Bisons as Preston Payton, the senior from Burleson, Texas, is the quarterback. Cole Chansey, the fullback. Omar Sinclair and Taylor Bissell are the slot backs, and give to Chansey. He's going to take the football forward for a couple, and then he's going to be stood up and forced backwards as he is tackled there by Brody Buck, the senior from Omaha, Nebraska. Give him 3, so 3 on first down.
Yeah, that's fine right there. I mean, if you're getting 3-4 yards a pop, you're doing okay.
So second down and 7. Big guys up front for the Bisons. The center is Mason Hutto, Austin Toller, and Hunter Willis are the guards. The tackles, Keegan Shive and Sam Wilson. Michael Cindric and Cade City are the wide receivers. So open field to the left, and now Payton to the line of scrimmage. Sinclair was in motion, and the football is free on the turf, and the Bearcats are trying to have it, and they do. They just wrestled it away. It was free, and it's recovered. We talked about turnovers in a game like this. Zach Howard, the junior from Bolivar, Missouri, comes away with it, and he's a handful. 12 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks for him coming in, but that football was just free on the carpet, and he was able to get it.
Stuff that we're going to have to clean up going forward, Billy. Let's hope the defense can bow its neck and get a stand right here.
So exactly what Northwest Missouri State wanted to see on their first defensive series, and the total opposite of what the Bisons needed to start this football game. The Bison defense, Jay Marshall is in at one end, and Nate Wallace, along with Isaako Fagai and Patrick Healy, the starters up front, and shotgun formation. And they'll give the football around the left end, and no running room. It's going to be a lost yardage play, pursued by Cedric Robinson and Malik Mays, and a loss of about a half yard. And they may have given him, he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. I was going to say where they looked like they were marking it. It's going to be a yard loss, second down and 11, and it is Braden Wright who starts, the junior from Elkhorn, Nebraska. We were told it might be a game-time decision, and he starts. And that was the carry from Al McKellar. McKellar comes out of the game, and now empty backfield. They're going to throw it here. Firing complete at the 25-yard line. Bisons converge to the football. Dylan Hendricks was the first one to get there. Cade Pugh also along with Ahmad Butler. After the completion, it'll be a gain of about 3, and it'll be second down and 8. Third down and 8 here for Northwest Missouri State.
Big down right here, Billy. If you can get off the field right here and hold them to a field goal attempt, that's huge.
Open field to the left, and that pass complete to Caden Davis. Now third down from the 25, and now Wright takes. Wright looking, Wright pressure coming. They chase him out of the pocket. He fires on the run. It's incomplete into the near boundary. Nate Wallace was chasing the quarterback. It was intended on the near sideline there for Caden Davis. He's caught 7 touchdowns on the season. It's fourth down and 8. And now Northwest Missouri State, they'll send their kicking unit out. And so this is the Northwest Missouri State team that will try a field goal right here. And I think that's Cole Lammel. It is Lammel. He's 4 of 8 on the season. And this is going to be a 42-yard attempt from the right hash. So on the season, he's 2 of 3 from this distance. Place it down, and the kick is on its way. The kick is no good. The kick is no good. Wide left, and the Bison defense is held. And so both defenses get off to great starts. And we haven't talked about the crowd yet, but this is a great atmosphere the folks that are here, they're very much into the football game on both sides. And, boy, you can hear them right there. This is an exciting group of fans that are here on both sides of the football field. That's a big, big stop for the defense.
That's huge, Billy. I mean, that just gives life to the offense right there. So great job by the defense of bowing their neck and stepping up. Man, you called it before the game. You mentioned some kicking issues with Northwest Missouri. That ball wasn't even close.
No, missed it wide to the left, so it is first down Bisons from the 25. Toss right side for Sinclair, trying to get outside, cannot do so. He's going to be tackled for a loss, and he is stopped on the right side by Drew Dostal, the senior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. No gain, second down, and they give him a good mark, so he did get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 from the 25 with open field to the left. 12:30 left, just underway on what's a cloudy, cool afternoon in Searcy. The winner of this game plays either Ferris State or Grand Valley State next week. Sinclair in motion. Payton's going to throw it here into the wind, throws to the right side, and this is incomplete. Excellent coverage on the right sideline. He was throwing to Taylor Bissell. The coverage there from Khalil Smith, the freshman from Independence, Missouri. And it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Bisons at the 25. Obviously, 3rd and 10 is not where the Bisons want to be in this situation.
No, maybe another throwing down right here, Billy. You definitely want to keep it 3rd and short, but I would expect to see the ball in the air right here.
Open field is to the left, stops the clock with 12:11 remaining here in the game's first quarter of play and no score. So Payton to the line of scrimmage. Chancey behind him. He takes, and he's going to toss it to the left side for Sinclair across the 30. He lost the football again, and it is recovered by Northwest Missouri State. They come up with their second turnover. It is turned over, and that's Jackson Barnes, a senior from Kansas City, comes up with the fumble recovery, and now, boy, that's back-to-back possessions in which the Bisons have turned the football over.
Yeah, just got it punched out right there. One of these chilly days, it's a little harder to hold onto the football, so you got to take extra care, make sure you're double covering.
So the Bisons have turned it over twice now, and Northwest Missouri State now will have it at the 25 to begin this drive. They started their last drive at about the 28, and that was Sinclair. Had a good running lane, but had it punched away. And a pistol formation, going to throw it here on first down. Looking, firing over the middle. There's a man open, complete, touchdown. Touchdown, Northwest Missouri State to the end zone. Complete there to Amani Donadell, the senior from Youngstown, Ohio, his 7th touchdown reception on the season. Little play action, and Northwest Missouri State, that time they cashed it in.
Yeah, just one of those things, Billy. I mean, when you give the other team a short field, they're liable to turn it into points at some point.
Braden Wright, 6th touchdown pass of the season. And it is 6-0 Northwest Missouri State. And now the Bisons on special teams comes out, and Northwest Missouri State for the extra point try. Placement is down, and the extra point is good. So 11:58 left in the first quarter. The score is Northwest Missouri State 7, Harding nothing. We step away for 60 seconds on the Harding Sports Network. $11:58 left here in the first quarter of play. Northwest Missouri State 25-yard touchdown, and that's after the Bison's second turnover. Bison's turned it over on their first series and on the second series, and now the offense getting ready to get the football back right here as Northwest Missouri State will kick it with the wind at the back. High kick that's going to be returnable from the 5-yard line, the 6-yard line. Spicer running to the right across the 25. He'll get up to the 23, maybe the 24, and the pursuit will get to him as he is tackled by Brian Boyd, the freshman from Trimble, Missouri. And the Bisons are going to have the football. They're going to mark it right close to the 25-yard line. So offense very important to get something going here on this series.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is going to be a statement drive right here, Billy. You got to bounce back from back-to-back turnovers and make a statement.
Northwest Missouri State, great crowd that they brought down from Maryville. There were about 100 of them here when early this morning when I was outside the complex and saw the Northwest Missouri State buses arrive. They were here to greet them. So first down at the 25, and give here to Chancey running left side. Chancey will get 2, maybe 3, as he is wrapped up and dropped. off to the left side. That's Jackson Barnes. He came in leading Northwest Missouri State with 66 tackles on the season. It's a 2-yard gain, and it's second down and 8 at the 27 on the left side. This is a very quick defense from Northwest Missouri State, just like we are accustomed to seeing from the Bison defense.
Yeah, they've got a good defensive front. They're big on that defensive line, Billy.
So open field to the right. Payton to the line of scrimmage. Preston Payton with Sinclair in motion. Toss it for him. Sinclair across the 30. Spins back across the 32-yard line and up near the 33. A good run there. And it's going to be third down and 2 at the 33.
Northwest running a 4-3 defensive front here. Nothing that we haven't seen before. Just one of those things, Billy. These guys are a little bigger and faster and stronger. You know, you just got to make sure you execute.
So Peters on the tackle. Third down, play clock at 15 as the Bisons come to the line of scrimmage on third and a couple with open field to the left. And now Payton takes, give to Chancey here. Chancey first down across the 35-40 up to the 45-yard line. And the Bisons get a much-needed first down there. And Jaravian Anderson, the senior from Fort Myers, Florida, made the tackle. First down, Harding.
That was a great job right there. Great job of blocking, a good hard run by Cole.
Yeah, he had a good lane to run, and the guys up front, you saw the replay there, Roland Wallace doing a good job blocking out on the edge on the outside as well for the Bisons.
Yeah, great job, too, of Cole running with that football covered with both hands.
So Cole Chancey goes over 5,000 here in the first quarter. Open field is to the left. Give it right here to Chancey. He's going to get a yard, and then that's it. He is shoved backwards as he is stopped, stacked up. Noah Williams, the senior from Dodge City, Kansas, made the tackle. And they're going to mark him up to the 40, almost the 47. So it's about a yard and a half, almost 2. Second down and 8 with 9:47 left here in the opening quarter of play. 7-0 if you're just joining us. Northwest Missouri State with the advantage. Bison's getting the play from the sideline. We're expecting sunshine today. So far it's been cloudy and cool. So Payton to the line of scrimmage. And now Payton takes, runs the option, toss left side for Bissell, turns it back inside, takes it across the 50-yard line into Bearcat territory to the 48-yard line. He's tackled by Sam Roberts. He's a senior, came in 48 tackles for him on the year. It's third down and 3, so it's a manageable third down.
This is what you want, Billy. That was a great block right there by Cole Chancey on the edge, cutting that defensive linebacker right there.
So third down, 3, ball favors the left hash, and 8:55 remaining in the first quarter. Give to Chancey, first down, 45-40, running just to the left of the hash marks on the right side. Takes it inside the 40 to the 38, and Harding gets another first down off the right side.
All right, we're rolling now, Billy. Let's keep it going. Keep them on their heels.
So first down for the Bisons. That is the second on this drive. Bisons into Northwest Missouri State territory. That was a big run by Taylor Bissell. How big was that run on third down? A 5-yard run, then to set up that 10-yard run, Drew Dostal on the tackle.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, is get it into third and manageable in this offense, and then you don't limit yourself on what you're able to do. So
it is first down at the 38. Open field to the left. Give here to Chancey. He's hit right about the time that he got the football. They were in the backfield, and we were just talking about Zach Howard a few moments ago. He recovered one of those loose footballs, and that's his 13th tackle for loss on the season. It's a 3-yard loss, and it's the first big play defensively as far as in the backfield that pushed the Bisons and makes it second down and 13.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 of them in the backfield right there, Billy. If it wasn't him, it was somebody else that was going to make the play, I think, on that one.
So it is second down and 13 from the 41. Open field to the left, 7:34 remaining in quarter number 1. And Payton toss right side for Sinclair, 30-yard line, taking it inside the 30 down near the 29. That's a great second effort by Sinclair around the right end. He's going to be about a yard short of a first down. It'll be third down.
Good job by Preston Payton right there, leverage pitching that. He could have turned it upfield and ran it himself, but he realized that his back had leverage, and he pitched it to him. Good job.
He's too short, so it's an 11-yard run, and it's third down and 2 at the 30 7 minutes remaining. Boy, you talk about a battle. This is a battle up front with those big defensive linemen from Northwest Missouri State and the Harding offensive line.
Big's the right word.
3rd down and 2, and Payton keeps. Payton is going to run the football inside the 29. He's down near the 28. He's very close, and the head linesman saying move the chains on the far side. So it is a Harding first down. In part, that was after a 3-yard loss on first down. That has to give this team confidence to be in those 2nd and 13s and then be able to convert and get a first down. And that was on 3rd down, not even having to go to a 4th down.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, a team of this caliber, a defense as good as Northwest is, you don't want to go backwards. That makes it really tough. So great job of the offense of executing and making sure to get a first down.
Open field to the left as Payton to the line of scrimmage at the 28. Payton this time tossed to the left side for Bissell, trying to get outside, and he's going to dart back to the right. Then he's going to be stopped. Just nothing there on the edge. And he got by the first wave because he was almost tackled in the backfield for a loss. Isaiah Nimmers, the senior from Cedar Rapids, made the tackle, but it's a positive. It's a plus yard, so it's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, he was really close to getting that edge right there. If he hadn't had that defender get a hand on him, he might have got it.
So at the 27, 5:45 left here in the first quarter. Northwest Missouri State 7, Harding nothing. Bison's moving to our left here in the opening quarter of play. And now Payton gives Chancey. Chancey is going to take it inside the 25-yard line, down to the 23-yard line, maybe the 22. We'll see where they mark it before Brody Buck made the tackle. It's 3rd down and about 4 right here, just outside the 22-yard line.
Well, Preston took a shot right there, right as he was handing the football off. We were fortunate to get that one away clean.
Yeah, and it almost looked like that Cole almost ducked and got low as he got the football and was able to get free and get some yardage there. That's a 5-yard run, so it's 3rd down and 4. Open field to the right. Payton takes, and Payton toss right side. Sinclair, he's got a first down inside the 15. Right sideline, 10-5. Touchdown, Harding. Omar Sinclair, 22 yards, and Harding within an extra point of tying the football game with 4:52 left in the first quarter.
Very well executed. Great job by Preston again to pitch it on leverage, and a great run by Omar right there.
And remember, converting on 3rd down twice on that drive, and the Bisons with the extra point coming right here from Grant Ennis. 4:52 left in the first quarter, and Cooper Carroll will hold it. Williams with a snap. The extra point is up, and he missed it. It's no good. Missed it to the left, and that's only the 3rd miss of an extra point on the season from Ennis. And the wind on that end of the field is really going to affect, I think, field goals and extra points, and the Bisons do not convert, and it's 7-6. So we'll take the timeout. 4:52 left in the opening quarter. Take a 60-second timeout. In fact, let's take a 30-second timeout. Bisons trail now, 7-6. On the Harding Sports Network. So the Bisons, 12 plays, 75 yards, 6:59 off the clock, and the 22-yard touchdown run, Omar Sinclair. Bison score, miss the extra point. But now a 7-6 game. We've seen a little bit of everything in this first quarter, haven't we?
Yes, we have. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster.
So ready for the Bisons to kick it away right here. As they are lined up, Cameron Scott will kick, an onside kick, and it is free, and the Bisons have it. The Bisons have it. Harding has the football. It is recovered by Kendall Allen, and Harding gets it. And they're going to say it was touched, though, by a Harding player. They're going to say it was touched by a Harding player as the referee comes in from the far sideline and said there was a touch by a Harding player, and so it's Northwest Missouri State ball.
I'm not sure that our player that touched it wasn't pushed into it by the Northwest Missouri guy.
See if we get a chance. Here's a replay.
I don't know. Hard to tell.
By Harding before the ball went 10 yards. Northwest Missouri State football at that point, 1st and 10.
Wow, so that's the call. You can see the replay there. I'm not really sure the referee that made the call was the head linesman. on the far sideline. He came in and immediately said that it was touched by a Harding player. Well, the Bison sure didn't think so.
No, they didn't. He had the best look at it. It's hard to tell from our angle. Everybody's backs was to us.
So it's at the 43 is where Northwest Missouri State will have the football right here. And they're going to run it here. McKellar is going to take the football forward. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by Bisons. And Patrick Healy, Jay Marshall, Nate Wallace, and Shedrick Robinson all meet him there. A yard, maybe a half yard on the play, and that's going to be it. It'll be second down. Second short. Well, and I was thinking in the back of my mind, you think about that with this Harding team. You know the onside kick is always a possibility. Open field to the left. And now Wright in shotgun takes. He wants to throw here. Wright looking. Wright pressure. He's sacked. Patrick Healy sacked him at the 46-yard line, and it'll bring up third down. Good coverage downfield.
Great. It was great coverage and a good job by the whole defensive line. I mean, there was just a big push all across the board right there.
So third down and 14. We'll call it a long 13. Third and 13 at the 40, just outside the 46.
See if Coach Simmons decides to go with pressure right here or drop everybody back into coverage.
Jamar Moya is the back in the backfield. And now Wright in shotgun on third down. Wright takes, and now Wright drops. Wright is going to throw left side, and this is intercepted at the 15-yard line. Picked off by Javarius Wood, his third interception on the season, and the Bisons get the football back.
Great.
Hey, you can take gambles like that and go for onside kicks when you have that much confidence in your defense, can't you?
That's absolutely. That's right there. And that's why Coach Simmons has done it all year long, and the defense has stepped up when they've had to all year long. So great job right there by coaching staff of having the confidence and the guys of executing.
So it's first down, Harding at they mark it at the 15. So Javarius Wood with his third pick of the season. 3:29 left here in the first quarter, and the Bisons down 7-6, and they have the football deep in their own territory after the turnover. And now give right here to Chansey. He dives forward, and Chansey up to the 18, so 3 on first down. He is tackled by Elijah Green. He's a junior from Maryville, so it's second down and 7. Bison so far, we'll be watching time of possession as this game goes on. We'll also be watching plays. The Bisons ran 93 plays last week. Second down and 7 with open field to the left, and now Payton to the line of scrimmage. Payton takes, and this time toss right side. Spicer across the 25. He's got a first down. Up across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and the Bisons will move the chains once again, and that is the 5th first down for Harding.
I'll tell you what, Billy, that triple option right there has been working. I mean, unless Northwest changes something, I see that being good for us going forward.
That's the 20th play for the Bisons. Harding down 7-6, 2 early turnovers. One was costly. It cost the Bisons 7 points. And a missed field goal by Northwest Missouri State on the other one. Football's at the 31, open field to the left. And now Payton takes, gives to Chansey across the 35. Cole Chansey up to the 38-yard line. And well, they're getting after each other down the field. A little bit of extracurricular activity afterwards. Brody Buck made the tackle, but that's a good gain on first down. And instead of 1 and 2 and 3, that's 8 there, second down and 2.
Yeah, those chunk plays, that can really wear on a defense. So you're starting to see this offense getting a rhythm.
Football's at the 39 with 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. 7-6, Northwest Missouri State leads. Open field is to the left. City is the wide out to the left side. Smith is in the game. It's slot back on the right side. He's in motion. Toss it for him. He darts back to the right, and he's going to carry it for a first down up across the 43 to the 44. He was running to the left and then planted his left foot, found a hole there, and gets the first down up to the 44, and that's the Bison's 6th first down.
It's just a good job of knowing where the stick is and knowing you don't have to hit a home run right here. Just got to get a first down.
So first down and 10, Bisons at the 44-yard line. That was set up by the Cole Chansey 8-yard run. Now 5 there from Zach Smith. Jackson Barnes on the tackle. Open field to the right, 1:18 left in the opening quarter of play. Payton to the line of scrimmage, and now Payton takes, toss right side for Spicer. Spicer to the 45, and then he's cut down at the 46. And Drew Dostal made the tackle. 2-yard gain, second down and 8 for the Bisons. What's Preston Payton seeing right there, Cole, when you see that defensive line stacked up like we just saw on that play?
Yeah, you get everybody compact and tight after a few Cole Chancey runs, and you try to run that toss, but those defensive backs just aren't crashing in quite hard enough for that toss to work yet, Billy.
38 seconds left in the opening quarter. Second down and 8 from the 46 of Harding. And now the toss to the left side to Smith. He's hit as soon as he received the toss at the line of scrimmage and then shoved backwards. And a big play there. And that's Isaiah Nimmers who made the tackle. No gain. Third down and 8. In fact, he lost about a half yard. And what might be the final play of the, well, no, the Bisons are, yeah, they can let the clock run out right here, and I think they will. They'll have the win at their back of the second quarter, and that's all for quarter number 1. Paul Simmons, he's encouraging his team. What a quarter we just saw. The Bisons trail 7-6 as we go to the second quarter. National playoff, second round from Searcy. We step away for 60 seconds on the Harding Sports Network. Here we go to the second quarter. Billy Morgan with Park Parrish and our Harding Sports Network crew. Hey, Tim Hamilton, happy birthday to Tim Hamilton today. Our producer, he's on one of the high cameras as well today, along with Mark Pryor upstairs, our chief engineer. And happy birthday to Tim Hamilton. He's bringing you these pictures today. And Sarah Hickerson is our director. It is third down and almost 9. Football just across the 45. Bisons trail 7-6, and now Payton takes, runs to the near side, toss right side. Sinclair's got a first down to the 45-yard line to the 44 before he's cut down. And what a great job, Park. What did you see there on this near side because he had a running lane?
It was a great play call, Billy, is what it was, because knowing it's third and long, those corners are going to be lined up with your receivers, and those safeties are going to be watching them over the top. So you almost get a 2-for-1. When your receiver runs that route, you get the corner and the safety, which sets the edge for you. We were able to hit it and get the first down.
Bison's 108 yards rushing in that first quarter. Now 118 after that run there. Northwest Missouri State -5 rushing. 29 passing yards for Northwest Missouri State in the first quarter. Payton takes, gives Chancey, across the 40, inside the 35-30. He's got another first down before he is finally dragged down at the 27-yard line. That was a quick hitter, and he had some running room immediately.
It's a little counter that we run where the quarterback kind of does a twirl. He turns almost like he's turning the wrong way, and then we run it back, to the way that his back was turned, essentially, is what we do. So great job right there. We've ran it 3 or 4 times, and it's worked so far.
Sinclair with a big run right before that of 10-17 there from Chancey. Strambler on the tackle. So open field to the right. Football is at the 27, and this time toss right side. This is for Sinclair, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. That's Drew Dostal, who's had a big game already. It's a yard loss back to the 29. The line of scrimmage was really closer to the 28, so it's second down. We'll call it 11 right here for the Bisons. Need to get just inside the 18 for a first down. Wind is at the back of the Bisons on this drive. And the important thing right there was I thought that Sinclair made sure he had the ball security.
Yeah, that was good by him. And really, it was good blocking, Billy. They just made a great play.
Open field to the left on second down and 11. And this time, Payton toss left side for Smith. Smith to the 25, running outside the numbers, inside the 20-yard line. Still on his feet. Great second effort. And he's going to have a first down. Move the chains down to the 17-yard line. What a great run there by the sophomore from Little Rock Parkview, Zach Smith.
First he made a great cut, then he made a great finish of the run right there at the end.
So it's a first down for the Bisons down at the 17. Open field to the right, 12:50 left here in the first half as the play being sent in. Preston Payton getting the play, and now coming to the line of scrimmage right behind Big Mason Hutto. He was fired up before the game down during pregame warmups. Here's the give to Chancey to the 15, and then he is stopped and stacked up. And it's Sam Roberts. You talk about that defensive line. He's 6'5", 292, a senior from Waynesville, Missouri. But it's a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 here for the Bisons.
Yeah, they're big and physical, Billy. I don't know who it was.
You've experienced it.
Yes, I have. I can tell you they're big and physical, and they always have been.
Open field is to the right. Sinclair and Smith are the slot backs. Chancey is the fullback. Chancey's carried it 11 times for 61 yards in the game. This time, Payton toss right side for Sinclair, and he's going to take it inside the 15-yard line down to the 13, and I don't think he got to the 12. 13 is all they're going to give him. Drew Dostal again made the tackle. So it's third down. It's 3rd and 6 here. Bisons have been good on third down so far. And a big third down right here. They're 5 for 6 so far on third down. 11:35 and counting. Harding with 149 yards on the ground right now. 61 from Chancey, 50 from Sinclair. Open field to the left. Third down. Payton takes, turns, gives to Chancey. He's met at the line of scrimmage and dropped. So I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Elijah Green met him there and made the tackle. And so it's 4th down. It's a loss on the play back to the 15. Bisons will attempt a field goal right here. Football will be placed down at the 22. Enoch Williams will snap it. Cooper Carroll will hold it. And Grant Ennis to attempt it.
Yeah, that play just got blown up, Billy. No way around it.
Ennis 12 of 16 on the season. This one is from 32. On the right hash, placement is down, and the kick is up. And the kick, plenty of leg. It is good. Harding takes its first lead on the 32-yard field goal from Grant Ennis. 9-7 Bisons, 10:42 left in the second round of the playoffs. We step away here in the second quarter and take a 60-second timeout on the Harding Sports Network. Bison's 14 plays, 70 yards, so that's back-to-back drives, 175, 170, that the Bisons get points, and now lead at 9-7. They're here early in the second quarter. High and over-end kick that is taken, now dropped at the 5, picked back up, returned up over the 10, 15, big hit by Kendall Allen first, and then Cooper Carroll comes in and lays another big lick. Imani Donadell on the return, and he's knocked down at the 20-yard line.
Great job in coverage right there. You know, they gave him forward progress, but I'm not sure that he wasn't trying to get away there. I thought we might have had him at the 15, but they gave him the 20.
So it is at the 20-yard line, the line of scrimmage. And Bisons to the line of scrimmage defensively. And now Al McKellar in pistol formation behind Wright. And give to McKellar, running to the left sideline. McKellar across the 20 up to the 22 to the 23-yard line. Nate Wallace was pursuing him, and Cade Pugh on the tackle. And up to the 24, and that's the biggest play on the ground. Remember, after one quarter, Northwest Missouri State had -5 yardage. And you're talking about Al McKellar. He ran for 144 yards back in 2017 when the Bison saw him when he played for UIndy. He's rushed for over 1,400 yards this season, 17 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a great back. That was a good job by Cade Pugh right there, blowing up his blocker and making sure that wasn't a bigger gain.
Second down, they're going to give to McKellar, again, right side, and this time he's going to carry it across the 25 up to the 27, near the 28-yard line. Jay Marshall and Cade Pugh on the tackle, so it's third down. It's 3rd and 1, and you know Northwest Missouri State wants to establish the run.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Both of these teams, that's how they want to move the football, is on the ground. So big play right here. Let's see if the defensive line can get a push and get them stopped in the backfield.
So McKellar stays in the game. Pistol formation again. Wright on 3rd and 1 takes, gives to McKellar, and McKellar is hit, and we'll see where they mark it. He's right to the line of gain, and where they are standing, he's going to have a first down. So he just does get enough for a first down. Boy, Jay Marshall and company there met him. They only needed one, and that's all they got to the 30-yard line. So it is Northwest Missouri State first down, and that is their second first down in the first half. 8:57 left in the second quarter. 9-7 Bisons. Give to McKellar right side. McKellar trying to get outside, and he is tackled at the 31, maybe the 32, and that's Dylan Hendricks, who made a very good tackle. And it is a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 coming here, and McKellar's going to come out of the game for this play. I beg your pardon, he does stay in the game. I thought he was coming out, but he stays in the game.
That was an excellent tackle right there, Billy. Just got him around the legs, and he was looking like he was just about to hit the edge, but we're able to wrap him up and get him down for a short gain.
And back to each side now, one in motion out of the backfield, and now Wright's going to throw. Wright looking. Wright steps into the pocket. Wright is tackled by Jay Marshall at the line of scrimmage. Coverage was excellent downfield, and it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 8, Jay Marshall pursuing the football, but again, you can't say enough about the coverage.
Yeah, they've been just stuck on them, Billy, just right on their hip. I mean, great job by the secondary right there.
3rd and 8, open field left, 7:52 left in the opening half. And now 3rd down. Wright has his tight end in motion. And now Wright takes, drops back, looks. Now Wright chased, and Nate Wallace sacked him at the 23. And it's 4th down. Nate Wallace, the sophomore from Bryant. 4.5 sacks now on the season, and the punting unit will come out.
Boy, Coach Simmons just keeping them guessing. Last time it was 3rd and long. He dropped back everybody into coverage, had a coverage sack, and then this time he brings the pressure and it gets home.
So the punting unit comes out. We talked about the wind, Park. They're punting into the wind right here. So on to punt, Dallas Williams, and he gets the punt away. It's a short punt. It's going to hit at midfield, and it's not going to roll very far. That was a great job by Corey Beatty, not only to stay away from it, but Park, he was alerting his teammates, hey, it's short, and Cooper Carroll was coming down to block, and he made sure that his teammates knew where the football was.
Oh, yeah, he was yelling, Peter, Peter, Peter. That's the universal term for get away from the ball.
So Bison's their best field position coming up right here, Park. They've had the football 2 70-yard drives, the last 2 drives, 70 and 75, and now they'll start at the 48, their own 48.
A little different formation here. We've got 2 wide receivers to the right, so Coach Wheaton trying to mix it up a little bit and give them some different looks.
It's Sinclair in the slot on the right side as a receiver, and Townsend the wide out, and Bissell in motion. Give here to Chancey, and Chancey takes it to midfield, and he's going to get to the 49 of Northwest Missouri State. He's stopped by Noah Williams. 6'5", 272, 3 yards, 2nd down, 7 for the Bisons.
Well, Chancey knows just how important each and every yard is. Right there at the end, he reached that ball out to get an extra yard.
So it is 2nd down for the Bisons as the play comes in from the sideline. And the football favoring the left hash. 6:20 remaining until halftime, 9-7 Harding. And now Payton, toss right side for Sinclair into the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just nobody there. Really no running room on either way, and he kept it, and now Sinclair is down, and that's not what the Bisons wanted to see there. He's injured. Khalil Smith made the tackle, and at the 49, really close to the 50-yard line, we hope that Sinclair is okay as he is down on the field. So the injury timeout. And we'll take it here with 6:06 remaining. We'll step away for 60 seconds. Bisons 9, Northwest Missouri State 7 as we step away for 60 seconds on the Harding Sports Network. He's going to take it down inside the 45. They're going to mark it right at the 45-yard line as he's about 3 short of a first down. Good news, as Omar Sinclair was able to walk off to the sideline while we were away. Preston Payton on a quarterback keeper there. Takes it forward, and it's 4th and 3 here for the Bisons at the 45. Northwest Missouri State. This would be big for their defense, Park, if they could make a stop here after the Bisons had great field position.
Yeah, I like the call right here by Coach Simmons to go for it because this could really give some life in your team if you can get it.
And now a whistle and a timeout down on the field.
Timeout, Harding, their first timeout of the half.
So we'll take the opportunity to step away this time for 30 seconds. Let's take a 30-second break. 4th down and 3 coming up. Bisons 9, Northwest Missouri State 7. As we take a 30-second timeout of the Harding Sports. 5:14 left here in the second quarter of play. Bisons are without Omar Sinclair. He's on the sideline right now. They're working on him on the table. He's standing right now, but he's not in the game. And now the Bisons are going to send the punting unit on the field. And Cameron Scott will get sent to punt it away for the Bisons. He's standing at his own 39-yard line. Cameron Scott, this will be his 18th punt of the season. He's averaging 39 yards per punt, gets the punt away. High punt that's going to hit into the end zone. And so it will be Northwest Missouri State football after the touchback. So, again, that's a great job by the Bearcat defense to turn the Bisons away after Harding had excellent field position. And now it is Northwest Missouri State that's going to get the football back. I think that the score, very similar to what we expected this to be, about where we are at 5 minutes left here in the first half. If you had told me, though, that the Bisons had turned it over a couple of times, I might not have – I would have said, yeah, okay, I'll take that. But
yeah, right.
They've had to fight through a lot of adversity to get to the score.
Giving it to them twice, inside the 25-yard line, you got to like where you are on the scoreboard. So
football is at the 20, and now McKellar in the backfield, Wright in shotgun. He started the game. He's gone the distance. Wright has. Remember, Hohensee was injured a week ago. And now Wright takes and will give to McKellar around the right side, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. No running room off the right side. Jay Marshall was there to greet him, and Isa Akofa guy was also in the backfield, so it's second down and 10, no gain.
Billy, and kind of back to your point, we're in a really good spot, and a lot of that is because of how good the defense has played, and I think that's why Coach Simmons ended up deciding to punt the ball away right there. They wanted to give the Bearcats offense a long field to go with how our defense is playing.
Second and 10, and now giving right here to McKellar, and McKellar weaving his way forward for a couple. Patrick Healy wraps him up, and he's going to get 3 up to the 23-yard line, so it's third down and 7 now.
Big down right here. Got to find a way to get off the field.
McKellar will come out on third down and 7. 4:14 and counting as the clock is rolling. Ball favors the left hash right at the 23. And now Wright sends a man in motion from left to right. Now Wright on third down. Takes. Drops straight back, looks right, fires low, and it's incomplete. Cade Pugh was on coverage. It was intended for Caden Davis, and he tried to get rid of it as quickly as possible, and he threw it short, and it's 4th and 7, and the punting unit will come out. And, I've been saying it all year that Corey Beatty's going to have a big return at some point. Why not right here?
I hope you're right, Billy. And great job by the defense. I mean, they just – they've kind of got the Bearcats offense guessing a little bit. Only brought 3 right there, and quarterback got out of his hands like they were bringing 6. So great job by the defense.
Good snap, and they get the punt away. It's another short punt. It's going to hit at the 40. It takes a very good Bearcat roll, though, up to the 48-47 of Harding. Well, that's a great roll. It hit at the 40 of Northwest Missouri State and got a very good roll up all the way into Harding territory at the 47. And so now this is back-to-back possessions in which the Bisons have great field position to begin a drive.
Yeah, got to take advantage of it again. I mean, you definitely, you want to hold this ball too, Billy, and run out the clock.
Yeah.
So you'd love to score right at the end of the half
because
here.
Northwest Missouri State will get it to begin the third.
Yes, absolutely.
3:40 left in the half. The wind has blown all day out of the west. That's at the Bison's back here in this second quarter. And now Payton on the left hash takes. Payton running to the right side, and he is popped, and down he goes. He was hit, and a couple of Bearcats got him. Elijah Green and also Jackson Barnes. It's a yard loss, and it's second down and 11. So second and 11. Sinclair is not back in the game. Bissell and Spicer are the slot backs. And Sinclair, in fact, is sitting on the bench on the home sideline. 3:10 remaining. Second down and 11 here in the second quarter. And now Payton wants to throw on second down. He's throwing downfield for City. Incomplete at the 15-yard line. City got behind the defender, Strambler, but the pass just a little bit beyond City. And so now it's 3rd and 11 with 2:58 left in the second quarter, and the Bisons took a shot downfield.
Preston had a guy kind of coming right in his face and had to throw a little bit off his back foot. Couldn't quite just step into that throw. It sailed on him just a little bit.
Made him throw it quicker than he wanted to.
Yep, just a hair.
2:58 left until half. Bisons with a 9-7 lead. Payton to the line of scrimmage, takes here, and now gives to Chancey. Chancey's going to take it up to the 48, and that's it. So 2 on the play, and the Bearcat defense is going to hold, and the Bisons will be forced to send their punting unit back out onto the field with 2:45 left until half. And now it almost feels like this game is, settled into the defensive struggle like we expected it would be, and field position so important.
Yeah, it's huge, which comes down to,
First timeout of the half.
Yeah, Northwest Missouri State Park, they took a timeout right there because of the fact that possessions are going to be so important, how many times you're going to get it.
That's right, and you want to make sure that you're taking care of the football because as good as both of these defenses are, giving it to them in a short field could be big going forward. So got to make sure that we're taking care of the ball.
Bisons have had it 18 minutes and 11 seconds, and Northwest Missouri State, they have had the football 8 minutes and 12 seconds. 9-7. Harding leads, if you're just joining us, 156 yards for the Bisons in this first half, and all on the ground. 31 total offense for Northwest Missouri State. 29 through the air, only 2 yards rushing. Al McKellar with 14 yards, but the Bisons will have Wright at minus 12. So only 2 positive yards rushing. So it's 4th down and 8. Cameron Scott standing at his own 35, ready to punt this away. So Enoch Williams will snap it. They almost jumped off sides. The Bearcats did. High snap, and they get the punt away. Cameron Scott gets it away. Fair catch was called for. It hits at the 10 and goes into the end zone. And so Northwest Missouri State, they're going to have the football at the 20-yard line, and that was a good job by Cameron Scott to get rid of it and get the punt away. And so we'll see the Bearcat offense back out on the field. This is a big drive, Park, with 2:34 left. Northwest Missouri State with 2 timeouts to use.
Yeah, I would expect them to start throwing the ball around a little bit more, Billy, on this drive.
This is a very good crowd. The Saturday after Thanksgiving. They have come out to support the Bisons on this Saturday. Football is on the left hash. McKellar in the backfield, Wright at quarterback at the 20. The tight end from left to right in motion. And now give to McKellar right side. McKellar across the 24 up to the 25-yard line. Bisons converge on it. Jay Marshall, Chedrick Robinson, and Javarius Wood. And that is 6, almost 7 on first down. Best running play. It is 6 yards for Northwest Missouri State in the game.
Yeah, our defense is going to play a little softer here, Billy. I mean, you can give up 6 or 7 with the time the way it is, so they're going to be dropping back into coverage more.
So Wright wants to throw. Wright throws to the left side, complete first down to the 30-yard line, up to the 33. Butler and Pugh combined to make the tackle, and the completion there to Caden Davis, the senior. And so up to the 33, and kept him in bounds. 154 and running now after they move the chains.
You just got to make sure nobody gets over the top on you right here. The clock is your friend.
Wright takes, and now Wright looks right, now steps, fires right, complete for 10 and a first down. Javarius Wood on the tackle after the completion there to Alec Tatum. 55th reception for him on the season. And a first down to the 44 with 1:39 left until half.
Need to find a way to get some pressure and drop him for a sack. That'd really change this drive.
Wright with a man in motion. That's Davis. Now Wright takes. Wright looks. Wright steps up, throws downfield. Is broken up. Chedrick Robinson with a very good play at the 40 of Northwest Missouri State. That stops the clock, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 44 of the Bearcats.
Excellent play right there by Chedrick. Way to be in the right spot and get your hands up and knock the football down. A lot of times you see that guy running, looking at the defender, Billy. He did a good job of turning his head right there and finding the football.
2nd down and 10 at the 44. Open field left. And now in shotgun, Wright drops straight back. Wright throws to the left side, incomplete. The pressure was coming after him. Dre Hall was coming, and that throw was too tall for the tight end, Cole Hembrough, on the near side, and it is 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and 10, 1:27 left until halftime. Open field to the left. There are 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. One back in the backfield, Jamar Moya. And now Wright sends a man in motion from right to left. So now 3 receivers on the left side. On 3rd down and 10. And Wright takes out of the gun, drops, looking, throwing over the middle, complete for a first down inside the 40-yard line of the 35, all the way down to the 33, and complete there to Alec Tatum, his 2nd reception on this possession.
Yeah, good job by their receiver right there, just seeing that space in his route right there and shutting it down in the middle of the field.
So it is first down for the Bearcats at the 33 of Harding. That's a 23-yard pickup. 1:04 left, so they have plenty of time left in the half. And now Wright taking here, Wright, and now they've blown this dead. This play was never started. There was a timeout taken before the play started. So I think this will be the 2nd charge timeout to the Bisons in the second half.
That's a good timeout right there. They've kind of got you on your heels. You want to get your guys back over to the sideline and kind of, reset the mindset.
Timeout, Harding. Game clock operator, please pace 1 minute, 1 second on the game clock. 1 minute, 1 second on the game clock. That's Harding's 2nd timeout.
So, 2nd timeout charge to the Bisons. And what's at stake today is the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will go on and play next week, and looking like that the winner of this game will go up to Michigan, to Big Rapids, Michigan. Bisons have been there a couple of times, but at stake today is a trip to the quarterfinals. You've got to get through this one. This one has been a battle so far. Bisons 156 yards to 78 now for Northwest Missouri State, and this is their first sustained drive that we've seen, Park. They scored the 1 touchdown after the 2nd turnover on 1 play.
Yeah, they've been able to have some success through the air on this drive, Billy. So our run defense has been great, but they're softening us up a little bit on this drive, and they've had some success doing that.
Remember, this drive started at the 20, and now to the Harding 33. First down, Wright in shotgun. And now Wright takes, drops back 3 steps, looks, and now he is under pressure, and he sacked. Patrick Healy's 2nd sack of the game, all the way back at the 41-yard line.
Another coverage sack, Billy. I mean, he had all day back there, just nobody was open. Couldn't find anybody.
So at the 41, and a timeout, Northwest Missouri State, I think.
Timeout, Northwest Missouri State. Their 2nd timeout of the half. Game clock operator, please put 53 seconds on the game clock.
So you had talked about a few moments ago that it was important to get a sack on this possession.
Just when they're passing, you can pin your ears back and go, and that can really just shut down a drive. When an offense gets rolling and they've had, 3 or 4 successful plays in a row, I mean, a sack just completely negates all that. So you see it time and time again if you're watching a football game. Yeah. Sometimes sacks on drives like these just shut it down.
So football back at the 41. First down, Northwest Missouri State needs to get to the 23 for a first down. It is 2nd down and 18. And so you go back and you look at what the Bisons did right before that play. Harding took a timeout. They saw something to set that play up.
No doubt. I mean, Coach Simmons, he's a defensive genius, and so he absolutely saw something that he wanted to do, and he probably really more than anything just wanted to relay that to his guys so that they'd all know it too. 2nd
down and 18, 7-yard loss to the 41, and now Wright in shotgun. Drops. Wright looking, Wright throws over the middle, complete at the 30-yard line. Then Dylan Hendricks makes the tackle at the 29. A good tackle downfield. Alec Tatum on the reception. Clock is rolling, 40 seconds left until half. And the football is at the 28 of Harding. 3rd down and 5, 30 seconds and counting. And now in shotgun, Wright waits, Wright takes, and now Wright looking, Wright fires, and complete, first down at the 13. And the completion, they go to Tatum a lot on this drive. He's been very good, a good sliding catch there, 18 seconds left. They're going to spike it here and stop the clock and preserve that final timeout. So now, Park, a couple of chances at the end zone for Northwest Missouri State, and now the Bisons just hope they can hold them to a field goal try right here with 16 seconds left until half.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you got to know that they're going to take some shots either to the side or to the end zone here. If you can get them tackled inbounds, Billy, that's huge because they'll have to use that final timeout.
So it is first down at the 13. At the 13-yard line. Man in motion from left to right.
Timeout, Harding, their third and final timeout of the half.
So the Bison's using a timeout, and boy, you could just feel and see the chess match that's going on here at the stadium today between two outstanding coaching staffs.
Yeah, we mentioned before the game, Billy, the caliber of players on both sides, but we didn't really mention the coaches. I mean, the success that both of these programs have had, I mean, it takes, top-notch coaching, some of the best coaches in the country, and that's what we have here today.
Yeah, Rich Wright in his fifth season at Northwest Missouri State as the head coach. Paul Simmons in his fourth season as the head coach at Harding. And both of these teams, they know what it's like to play at home and have winning streaks. Harding's won 14 straight here, and Northwest Missouri State, they've won 12 straight in Maryville. They're 5-1 on the road this season, but they've won their last two. Their only loss this year was that 17-16 loss to Washburn. That was on the road. Football is at the 13, and so now Northwest Missouri State sends their offense out onto the field. This has been a good drive. It started at the Bearcat 20, and they've driven it all the way to the Harding 13. First down and empty backfield. Wright takes, and now Wright looking. Wright firing end zone. It is complete for a touchdown. In the back of the end zone, complete to Caden Davis. And so it is the touchdown with 12 seconds left in the half, and the Bearcats go right down the field, and a big drive there. 13-9 now they lead, and remember, they'll get the football to begin the third.
Just a little too soft by the defensive backs right there, Billy. You got to know where you are on the field. Be in the short field. You don't want to backpedal yourself to the back of the end zone, which is kind of what we did. You know they're fixing to make a cut. You got to stick your foot in the ground and go forward.
So the extra point coming right here from Northwest Missouri State, and the extra point is up, and it's good. So that's big to hit it on this end. We talked about the wind blowing in your face on this end of the field to our left, and right into that west wind. The kick was good there. The Bisons have missed an extra point in this game. They have also connected on a field goal. So it's 14-9, the score, Northwest Missouri State, with just 12 seconds left until halftime. And the Bearcats will get it to begin the third quarter. That's a big 80-yard drive. 11 plays, only took 2:26 off the clock.
Yeah, that was an impressive drive, Billy. I mean, they found a few things they liked and they exploited them. It's a good drive by Northwest.
So the Bisons will get set to get it back, but not much time left on the clock. Only one positive rushing yard in this first half for Northwest Missouri State. That gets the time of possession back a little bit more even, and it also gave that defense some much-needed time off from Northwest Missouri State. And also you have to go back and give them credit. Park, they came up with two big stops after the Bisons had excellent field position at midfield.
Yeah, they did, Billy. I mean, 3 and outs. It's just going to come down to who can keep the chains moving and keep the football.
So Northwest Missouri State comes on to kick it away right here with 12 seconds left until halftime. Stay with us. We'll have halftime activities. We'll look at numbers. We'll look at other scores from around the nation at halftime. Bisons trail by 5 with 12 seconds left in the first half. So we'll see how Cole Lammel, the freshman from Omaha, tees it up right here. Expect they won't kick it deep, I don't think. A little short, high sky kick. And it's going to be taken at the 3-yard line, and McDonald returns it up to the 28. 8 seconds left until halftime. Bison secure the football. Kyle McDonald, the freshman from Corpus Christi, Texas. So Harding will have it at their own 28 with just 8 seconds and no timeouts as they send the offense back out onto the field.
Probably just going to take a knee right here and go into the half, just down 5.
So Preston Payton to the line of scrimmage, and they're in protect mode, and they're going to take a knee right here, and we have come to halftime. Northwest Missouri State, an 80-yard drive to close out the first half. Fans on both sides of the stadium standing as the two teams ranked in the top 10 of the nation head to the locker room. It is Northwest Missouri State 14, Harding 9 at halftime. We will step away. We'll come back after this extended timeout, and we will look at the first half. In fact, we'll look at scores from around the country. In 5 minutes, as we step away for 5-minute timeout, Harding trails 14-9 at the half on the Harding Sports Network. Back at halftime, the two teams are back out on the field as we get ready for the second half. Let's look at the numbers from the first half of play. Bison's trailing 14-9 at half. 35 plays, rushes, I should say, for the Bisons. 35 rushes, 156 yards, 13 carries, and only 1 yard for Northwest Missouri State. 110 yards passing for Northwest Missouri State. Most of that came on that final drive. Harding without a completion, 0 for 2. 8 of 14 for Northwest Missouri State, and the one interception. That was Javarius Wood who came away with the interception. So total plays, Harding ran 10 more plays than the Bearcats in spite of the 2 turnovers. And then remember, Northwest Missouri State turned it over once. 156 yards of offense for the Bisons, 111 for Northwest Missouri State. And time of possession, 19:09 for Harding, 10:38 Northwest Missouri State had it. Northwest Missouri State 3 of 7 on third down. Harding 5 of 9 on third down. Neither team had a fourth down opportunity that they went for it on. And both teams in the red zone 1 for 1. Individually, Cole Chansey, he's gone over 5,000 yards now in his Harding career. 14 carries, 70, make it 65 yards for him. and his long rush was 17, 4.6 average. Omar Sinclair, 9 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. He went out there in that second quarter, about midway through the second quarter. He came out and with an injury and has not been back in the game since. So Northwest Missouri State, Al McKellar, 9 carries and only 20 yards for him in that first half. Braden Wright was sacked 4 times in the first half, so that's minus 19. And so that's why they have the 1 yard rushing. Braden Wright, 8 of 13, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 110 yards of passing. He was sacked 3 times, in that first half. As we get ready to begin this third quarter of play, Jay Marshall, 5 tackles, leads away for Harding. Cade Pugh and Patrick Healy with 4. And Nate Wallace with 3 tackles. Patrick Healy had 2 sacks. Nate Wallace had the other sack. And Brody Buck, 5 tackles for Northwest Missouri State. Drew Dostal, 5 tackles as well. He had 1 for a loss. Jackson Barnes, 5 tackles, and Dedrick Stramler, 4 tackles. As we get set to start this second half, Northwest Missouri State, they will go into the wind here into the third quarter. Bisons will kick with the wind at their back. And Park Parish, as we start this third quarter, we often talk about the beginning of the second half. And now the winner advancing to the quarterfinals. This first drive for Northwest Missouri State, this is huge coming up for both teams.
It is huge, Billy, especially with the score right before half. You definitely want to, kill any momentum that Northwest Missouri might have. So this is a big opening drive for the defense right here.
High, deep kick with the wind at the back of Cameron Scott's going to go into the end zone. So it'll be Northwest Missouri State football after the touchback. So the Bison defense, that was outstanding for the entire first half. Again, just giving up the 111 yards to Northwest Missouri State. But that last touchdown, you have to give credit to both defenses. They were super there in the first half. When Northwest Missouri State needed stops, I thought 2 big series when Harding had the football at midfield there in the second quarter and didn't get a first down. That's that Bearcat defense.
Yeah, that defense is for real, Billy. I mean, they're everything, they were advertised to be, which is great at stopping the run. And they are at that. And Harding, had some success early and hopefully can find something else here in the second half and find success again.
So McKellar is the back and Wright in pistol formation. Wright takes, play fake, rolls to the right, going to throw on first down, throwing deep downfield, and this is complete at the 42-yard line and down the right sideline, and it is a big play to start the second half. Corey Beatty saves a touchdown. The completion goes all the way down to the 13-yard line and complete there to Alec Tatum. And the play fake and the big play call there to begin the second half.
Yeah, the play fake got the defense right there. They definitely were kind of selling out on the run, it seemed, Billy, and just were able to slip behind the defense.
So it is first down. That play goes for 63 yards to Tatum. And Alec Tatum was huge on that drive right before the end of the first half for Northwest Missouri State. And now taking, and McKellar runs right side. He's inside the 10, right sideline to the 5. And he is going to have a first down inside the 2. So it's first and goal. Bearcats now inside the 2-yard line. And they have come out here not a minute into the second half. And they have first and goal now at the 1-yard line, just outside the 1. Boy, if you ever want to see a football on the turf, if you're a Bison fan, right here's where you need to see it.
No doubt about it. Find a way to get a stop or turn them over right here, Billy. Got to.
So, taking, give to McKellar up the middle to the goal line. Touchdown, Northwest Missouri State. So, the Bearcats come out and score on the first possession and run just over a minute. 1 minute, 8 seconds off the clock. The 63-yard pass play, and now it is 20-9. Northwest Missouri State leads with 13:52 left in the third quarter. And it kind of takes the crowd to air out of their sails here in the third quarter on the home side as well. So the extra point coming right here. Placement is down, and the extra point is up, and it is good. So 13:52 left in the third quarter. We'll step away. The new score is Northwest Missouri 21, Harding 9, as we take a 60-second timeout of the Harding Sports Network. Al McKellar with his 18th touchdown on the season, rushing, but a 63-yard pass play on that drive, and 3 plays, 75 yards for Northwest Missouri State. High sky kick, and McDonald will fair catch it at the 25, and we'll see where they mark this. The Bisons will have it at the 26 to begin this drive. Well, Northwest Missouri State, we talked about what a big drive that was. Now that makes this one, hey, every drive the rest of this game, we're going to be saying that Bisons have got to answer right here.
No doubt about it, Billy. I mean, this offense is not designed to come from behind, as the game gets later. So you've got to score here, especially in the third quarter, because you don't want to put yourself in a bind to where you become one-dimensional, have to throw the football out of the triple option.
Open field is to the right. Payton takes here, and now Payton gives Chancey. Good hole up the middle, takes it across the 32 to the 33-yard line before he's stopped by Dedrick Strambler, and he's going to get about 6 on first down. So second down, in fact, give him 7. Second down and 3. 13:35 left with the Bisons with a win at their back here in this third quarter and down 21-9.
People say this is a game of inches, but really it's a game of adjustments. So let's see if the offensive coaches for Harding can make some adjustments and find a way to exploit this Bearcat defense.
Omar Sinclair is on the field. He's in motion. And give to Chancey here. He carries it forward for a first down up across the 37 up to the 38. So it's a Harding first down. And he is stopped by Sam Roberts. And the Bisons get a first down. Harding in that first half had 9 first downs to Northwest Missouri State 7. But remember, the Bearcats really, that's the first down for the Bisons in some time. And they do convert there. Football at the 38. 21-9 Bisons trail if you're just joining us. 12:50 remaining. Third quarter. Second round of the national playoffs. And give it to Chancey again up the middle. Chancey is going to take it up to the 45-yard line. Good run on first down. Brody Buck made the tackle, but that's 7 more on first down.
Great read right there by Preston. A lot of times that triple option's been read and pull today, but he did a good job of recognizing the give read and letting Chancey have it.
So second down and 3 at the 45, 12:20 remaining here in the third quarter. We have an eternity left in this football game. This is all kinds of time. It's just the two outstanding teams, and who can make the plays. Payton takes and runs to the left side, keeps it, and he'll take it for a first down up across the 48 to the 49, get to midfield, and that's a Bison first down. And Jackson Barnes and Brody Buck on the tackle. First down Harding at midfield. So this drive that started at the 26 already up to midfield now.
And another great decision by Preston right there. I mean, he could have pitched that ball, but he recognized that he had the ability to get the first down and just kept it and did so.
Open field is to the right. And now Payton to the line of scrimmage. 11:40 left in the third. Now Payton takes and toss right side Sinclair, and Sinclair takes it to the 45-yard line of Northwest Missouri State. So give him 5 on first down. And Park, after Sinclair came out with that injury, for him to get that first carry, how important is that carry that he just got for 5 yards?
It's big for his mental state.
Yeah,
his confidence. I mean, you want to see if you can cut on it, and getting that first carry and that first tackle out of the way is big.
Give here to Chancey. Chancey takes it forward. First down. Give him 6. Give him 7 down to the 38-yard line before he is tackled by Sam Phillips, the junior, and the Bisons get another first down to the 38.
Yeah, that right there I think was just a design run to Chancey right there. You love when zone dive can get you 6 or 7.
Bisons now with 12 first downs. Open field left. Football at the 38. 10:43 left. Remember the last time the Bisons were driving on this end of the field, Northwest Missouri State made them settle for a field goal try. This time the toss to the left side is loose on the field. Bissell picked it up, and he's going to run it forward to the 35-yard line, and he's going to get a +3 out of the play. And sometimes you get breaks that go for you, sometimes they go against you. That's a break for the Bisons right there, and Bissell able to pick it up and not only just recover it. I was just hoping he'd get the football back, but he got +3.
Yeah, no doubt. Good job of him getting the football. And we were fortunate. It just kind of bounced up to him while he was in stride. It was read up perfectly by Preston. I mean, it was a pull read. He pulled it out of the belly of Chansey, and he pitched it. The defense just got a hand on it. So Mike should have kept that one instead of pitching it, but he read it correctly.
2nd down and 7. Toss right side, Sinclair trying to get outside. He's going to get to the 35. He slipped one tackle. He gets to the 33, and it is Drew Dostal who came up and made the tackle at the 33. So he slipped one to get an extra couple of yards, so now it's 3rd and 6.
Well, you can tell Northwest Missouri, they've probably keyed up on the toss this week leading up to this game because the toss has not been there all day.
9:34 left in the 3rd quarter, and a key drive for the Bisons, down 21-9, and the football at the Northwest Missouri State 33. Give to Chansey. Chansey protecting the football, dives forward inside the 28-yard line, down to the 27. 1st down, Harding. He knew he was going to get hit, and he protected the football, and then he just dove forward in a great second effort.
Golly, that was just Cole Chansey making a play. I mean, that's all that was, just toughness.
So they get the 1st down to the 27, and that's 6 yards, and that's 6 tough yards for Cole Chansey. Khalil Smith on the tackle. Cole now at 97 yards on the day. 1st down, and now Payton running to the right side, and he's going to keep the football himself. He spins down inside the 23, down to the 22, close to the 21. And the Bisons have someone down on the near sideline. That's Sinclair again. Sinclair is down again. So he is limping on that left leg. He went down at the end of that play, so he's coming out. 2nd down and 5 for the Bisons. Right in front of the Bison bench, and Sinclair really not able to put much weight on that left leg. Open field to the left. He's going to go straight to the bench. He's going to go straight to the table now. 2nd down and 5, open field left. And now Payton takes, toss right side for Spicer, and Spicer takes it down to the 20. Spicer, a good effort down to the 18-yard line, and that was Sam Phillips who made the tackle, and the Bearcats trying to strip that ball there at the end of the play. It'll be 3rd down and a couple. And with Sinclair banged up, boy, that puts a lot on Spicer. He's going to have to really step up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it does. But you know what? That's what good teams do, Billy. I mean, they got guys that'll step up, so he's got an opportunity here.
3rd down and 2. Football is at the 20. On the right hash, 7:36 left in the 3rd. Spicer in motion. Give it to Chansey. He dives forward to the 19, and it's 4th down. It is 4th down and about a yard, and maybe a yard. Yeah, I think right at a yard for the Bisons. Need to get down inside the 18, and down 21-9. Everybody standing. You know they're going. 4th down, about a yard and a half.
The double option has been really good for us this drive. Let's see if we go back to it right here.
Payton takes, gives Chansey. Chansey 1st down to the 17, to the 16-yard line. And Park Parrish, the big guys up front, just paved the way there for a 1st down.
Yeah, there was no option at all right there, Billy. That was just straight give it to your best player.
Harding 1st down to the 16 as we go under 7 minutes remaining in the 3rd, and Harding down 21-9. Getting a play from the sideline. Spicer is the slot back on the left. Smith is now the slot back on the right. And the tight end Duggar is in the football game on the left side. Spicer is in motion. Payton's going to keep the football, looking for some running room, and he takes it down inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And Brody Buck made the tackle. It's 2, almost 3. 2nd down coming up right here.
So there's that double option right there, Billy. It's similar to the triple, except you just take the B-back out of it. He becomes a blocker, and you just run double option with the quarterback and the slot back.
Well, the youth at slide back right now, when you look at Smith and you look at Spicer and you look at the experience up front with Mason Hutto, getting ready to snap it to a senior, and a senior right behind him. Give it to Chansey. Chansey steps to his right, takes it down inside the 12, down to the 11. So now another 3rd down. 3rd down, Brody Buck again made the tackle. This is 3rd and 6. Have to get down inside the 7 near the 6 for a 1st down. And third down and 6 here with 5.5 remaining. And down 21-9, Bison's trying to get back to within one score. Harding has gone over 200 yards of offense on this drive now, 219. Here is Payton, keeps. Payton hit behind the line of scrimmage at the 11 and tackled. It'll be a loss on the play. They may mark it back at about the 12, so the Bisons will have to try a field goal right here. So once again, the Bearcat defense stiffens up and will force the Bisons to try a field goal with 5 minutes left here in the third.
Good job right there of Preston of recognizing that that's not his pitch man, the guy that tackled him, and just holding on to the football. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the defense.
This will be a 28-yard attempt placed on the right hash. Good snap. Placement is down. The kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. Northwest Missouri State blocked it, and it is loose on the field, but they blocked it. They had post-possession because they had the football. They fumbled it back. Did the Bisons get it? Northwest Missouri State saying they have it. It's right in front of the Harding bench. And now they're trying to sort this out. And the officials are going to get together and talk about it. They have not pointed one way or the other yet. The Bisons have the football. Harding has it. They came away with the football, but I believe it's going to be Northwest Missouri State ball. See if the referee can tell us. Phil Kaufman. Bisons are...
Coach Simmons doesn't look happy, so it's not looking like
doesn't look like it. No, it sure doesn't. 4:32 left. They blocked the field goal, so trying to make it 21-12, and we'll get whatever the decision is relayed from down on the field. If the referee tells us up here, we do not have replay to be able for them to go and look at in the playoffs here, this second round game. If we get a chance to look at it, we might look at it and see what we could see. But Bisons definitely came up with it, Park, and they're having a long discussion right now.
Well, if the Bisons recovered, it should be Harding football because Northwest Missouri clearly had possession of it. And once possession changes, if they turn the ball back over, then all of a sudden you get a new set of downs. And so if Harding did recover that ball, it should be Harding football.
Their offense is on the field already, and the Bisons have still have their offense on the field as well. But the Bearcats, let's see.
The result of the play is a loose ball recovered by Northwest Missouri State. Northwest Missouri State football, 1st and 10.
Wow. Well, the Bisons were holding the football on the sideline. That's what Paul Simmons talking to the referees right now. And he's getting an explanation.
I guess what they're saying, Billy, is that they never fully recovered the ball, but he picked it up and tossed it back to his player. To me, that's possession, but apparently not.
So it's at the 21, so a big play there, and now it's 21-9, and that took a lot of time off the clock, that drive did. 4:32 left. Jackson Barnes blocked it. Brody Buck recovered it. And it is Northwest Missouri State football. They're going to run it to the right side and take it up across the 30-yard line to the 31. You know you're going to see a heavy dose of Al McKellar on this possession right here. He's going to be tackled right at the 30, so it's going to be second down and a yard.
So he's a good back, Billy. Yeah. He's well-balanced. He's a good running back.
4:13 left. Bisons are down 21-9. And now third quarter. Wright takes, gives here on the right side. There's nowhere to go, but a great second effort. I thought they were going to stop him for about a 2-yard loss, but he just kept his feet and his legs moving. Nate Wallace tackled him, but it's going to be a first down. McKellar all the way up to the 31. See the replay here. He somehow was able to get through there for the first down.
Yeah, got a little help from his offensive line there pushing him forward.
So 3:30 left. Bisons have had the football for 28 minutes in this game. 9 points. And now keep it on the ground right here again and take it forward. Healy hit the back at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward, gets up to the 34-yard line. Isako Fagai on the tackle for the Bisons. Dylan Hendricks It's going to be a 2-yard gain. So it is second down here in the third quarter. 3:02 left in the third, and the Bisons are down 21-9. So after they finish spotting it up to near the 34, it's almost a 3-yard gain. Give him 3. Second down at 7. So shotgun formation, Wright. And now Wright takes. Wright's going to throw it here. Wright now is going to run forward, and he's tackled. Isako Faga got him in the backfield. That was a designed quarterback draw. He gets to the 32, so it's a loss, and now it's 3rd and 9.
I'm anxious to see if Coach Simmons decides to bring pressure here or drop back into coverage. We've had a little bit of trouble covering their receivers, so we may drop some more into coverage here.
2:18 and counting. Third quarter. And now open field. Well, the football's pretty much in the center of the field. And now the tight end in motion. And now Wright takes. Wright drops. Wright pressure. Down he goes. Dylan Hendricks with a sack. Dre Hall also in the backfield. And so they were both after him. And the Bison's 4th sack in the game. And it is 4th down, and the punting unit comes out with 1:35 left in the third. That's a huge defensive stand for Harding.
Yeah, good job right there by Coach Simmons. Good call to bring the pressure. Like I said, we've had trouble covering them, but if you don't give them time to run their routes, then they're not able to get the first down.
Good snap, and they get the punt away. Wobbly punt. It's going to hit at the 50-yard line, take a Bison roll, and it bounds back to the 49 of Northwest Missouri State, although they're going to spot it right at the 50. So that's where the Bisons will have it. So they have great field position. They've been able to move the football, but boy, when you get down in the red zone, Northwest Missouri State's been tough. They've forced the Bisons 1 field goal and 1 missed field goal. And then the Bisons have scored 7 points also. So 21-9, they trail. And Park have to have points here. 1:14 left in the third.
Yeah, you definitely want to be within striking distance in the fourth quarter, so scoring on this drive right here would be huge for the Bisons.
So Payton to the line of scrimmage, football right at the 50. Hutto ready to snap it to him. Does give Chancey for a couple of tough yards to the 48, and then he is slammed to the turf by Jackson Barnes. Second down and 8 for the Bisons. 1 minute left in the third. A wide out to the right side, that is Roland Wallace. Cindric is a wide out to the left side. And the Bisons getting a play from the sideline. Cool day, 54 degrees, and that wind makes it feel a little cooler down on the field. So Payton takes here, toss to the right side, Spicer. He is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's a yard loss back to the 49, and that was Sam Phillips who made the tackle, so now it's 3rd and 9. And they're going to spot it all the way back to the 50, so really it's a 2-yard loss, so it's 3rd and 10 with 23 seconds left in the third.
Just a misread right there, Billy. I think we should have given that football. Anytime you pull it against the give read, it tends to just drag it out to the side.
Payton on 3rd and 10, wants to throw, looking, fires right side, complete. Spicer tries to run back center of the field, gets to the 46, but he's 6 short of a first down. It's at the 46 of Northwest Missouri State on the final play of the third quarter. So the fourth quarter, we will head to it. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Bisons at the 46. As we go to the fourth, Harding trails 21-9. Second round of the national playoffs as we step away for 60 seconds on the Harding Sports. 4th and 6 as we start the fourth quarter. Bisons are down 21-9. Offense on the field. Have to get to the 40 for a first down. Open field is to the left. A receiver to each side. And now Payton to the line of scrimmage. Spicer in motion. Payton keeps. Payton should have the first down. Preston Payton, a great effort down to the 39. And he dives forward and does have a first down. What a great play from the Bison senior quarterback from Burleson, Texas.
Man, Billy, I'll be honest, I thought he was going down, and then he had a little lunge at the end that got him there. So great job by Preston.
14:45 left. Harding down 21-9. Early in the fourth quarter, give Chancey. Chancey hit at the line of scrimmage and then bounced away, and he's going to get maybe a yard down just inside the 39 because they marked that line of scrimmage, even though it looked like Payton had gotten to the 39. They marked the line of scrimmage at the 40, so he got just enough for the first down. So it's a yard gain. Second down, 9, 14-16 left in the football game. The winner plays next week at Ferris State. So Payton to the line of scrimmage at the 39. He takes and now runs right, toss right side for Spicer. Spicer breaks one tackle, gets down to the 35, then he is stacked up and tackled. And he ran into Sam Roberts and Brody Buck there. So it's 3rd down and 5 for the Bisons with 13:45 left.
I'll tell you what makes this defense so tough, Billy, is that D-line just does such a good job of muddying things up in the middle and allows those backers and those safeties to just kind of scrape over the top and kind of just push you out to the sideline. It just makes it tough.
3rd and 5. Spicer in motion. Give Chancey. Chancey is going to be stopped just short. He gets down to the 31, so now it's 4th down. And it'll be the Bison's second 4th down try on this drive. And they didn't give him a good mark. He's got a full yard. 4th down at the 31. 13:07 left. And the Bisons obviously will go right here, down 21-9. So Payton comes to the line of scrimmage. Looks at the defense. Spicer in motion. Give to Chancey. Chancey's got a first down. He crosses the 30 down inside the 30-yard line. And he should have it at the 29. And the Bisons get another first down. Harding, 16 first downs down the game. Cole Chancey, 111 yards now. And the Bisons at the 29. This is where the yards get so tough.
Yeah, they do, Billy. This might be a good opportunity to take a shot, try to slip a guy up the middle of the field. I don't think we will, but
yeah, and remember the Bisons are going into that wind here in this fourth quarter. Payton takes. Payton's going to keep the football. Payton is hit, takes it forward to the 25. In fact, they'll mark him short of the 25. I said they lay it down. Now they do lay it down right at the 25, so it's 4 yards.
Yeah, that little quarterback power, double option, whatever you want to call it, it hadn't hit for a whole bunch today, but it's been steady 4 or 5 just about every time.
Dostal on the tackle, 2nd down 6 as we go under 12 left. Spicer in motion, give Chancey. Chancey was hit at the line of scrimmage, dove forward, gets down to the 22. Remember, the Bisons have to get it inside the 20 for a first down. Sam Phillips on the tackle, and so now it's 3rd down and a long 2 right here, about 2.5, almost 3. 11:34 left. And now Payton to the line of scrimmage. Spicer in motion. Toss it for him. Spicer trying to get outside. Cannot do so. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The pursuit got him. And now it's 4th down. So 4th down. Jackson Barnes on the tackle. And the Bisons. Somebody lost a helmet. They're going to have to come out for a play. They're going to try a field goal right here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by this call, Billy. I think if we'd have got some positive yards there, we would have gone for it.
Now, the Bisons are going to talk about it, I think. Yeah.
Timeout, Harding, their first timeout of the half.
Yeah, I'm not sure he didn't lose a little bit on that play. So it's 4th down and almost 4 for the Bisons here.
You got to think at this point down 12, what does a field goal do for you? Get you to within 9, you're still down 2 scores. So they may talk about it and decide they want to go for it right here.
Yeah, 11:19 left, and I didn't see who lost their helmet there on the play either. I'm not sure if that was Spicer. It is officially a 1-yard loss on the play. Chancey 114, 27 carries, 114 on the day. Bisons have had the football park for 28 minutes and 40 seconds. Bearcat defense, though, they have bent, but after the Bisons had a 75-yard drive and a 70-yard drive, one went for a touchdown, one went for a field goal. The Bearcat defense has not given anything up since That was very early in the first half. It was very, very early in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a very good defense, Billy, and they're very stingy, and that's the reason they've only given, what was it, two rushing touchdowns all year coming into the game. So I mean that's why they're very good against the run, and when you get down here into the red zone, that shortens that field up, and it takes away the threat over the top, and teams can focus in on the run.
You've got to get inside the 20. Bisons are going to go here after the timeout. Third down and almost 4. Toss left side for Chancey. Chancey did not get it. He stopped short of the 20. He dove forward, and he's going to be stopped right at the 20-yard line. And that is not enough for a first down. They had to get inside the 20 unless they mark it differently from where it looks like they have it right now. There's a discussion, but I think it's going to be Northwest Missouri State football. I don't know really what the discussion is about.
Turnover on downs, first down.
Yeah, so it is. Came up just about a half yard short. There's the replay.
I really like the play call, and it was set up well, Billy. Just a great job. I think it was the cornerback right there just came flying in and just got a piece of Chancey's knee, and it was just enough. But, I mean, it was really good blocking and a good effort. Just a great play by the defense right there.
So now the football is at the 20, 11-15 left. Bisons are still down 2 scores. They've had the football for the majority of the second half, and you just have to give the Bearcats so much credit. You know that defense has got to be a little bit tired, Park, but they keep coming up with stops. Now the offense on the field. So they're going to run it here up the middle, and a big hit at the 20-yard line, right at about the 21. That is Oric Walker, who came up and made the tackle after a 1-yard run there by Al McKellar.
Yeah, he popped him pretty good right there. That's a good job of tackling.
Yeah, Al McKellar, 4 straight of 100-yard rushing games. I beg your pardon, 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. He scored 4 rushing touchdowns over the last 4 games. Bison's done a good job against him today. He's going to carry it right here. He takes it up the middle. They're going to hang on to him. He gets away, and he's going to carry it forward. Nate Wallace stayed after him. So did Cooper Carroll. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So it's 3rd down and 8 here with 10:30 left.
That's why pursuit is so important, Billy. I mean, if you quit on that play thinking that your teammates have him wrapped up, all of a sudden he gets out of there and goes for first down. But good job of pursuing from the backside and getting over there and corralling him.
Yeah, he's so strong, 5'9", 215, senior from Indianapolis. He's out of the game here with 10:10 left. 3rd down and 8 from the 22. And now Wright takes, and Wright looking, Wright throws, and it is incomplete because the pressure was after him. He just had to get rid of it, dumped it off, and very important there that the Bisons get the stop and also that the clock is not moving. The clock stops.
Yeah, great job by the defense right there. Did exactly what they had to do, which was come out and get a 3 and out.
So 9:58 remaining, and now the Bisons will get it back once again. Remember now Northwest Missouri State has the wind at the back, so should get a good punt right here. Well, the Bisons have had some big block punts this season. This would be a good spot for one right here. Good snap. They get the punt away. It's a wobbly punt. Not a good punt. It's going to hit at the 48. Takes a Northwest Missouri State roll and rolls down. They're going to mark this at the 40. Preston Payton was looking. He thought they were going to get the football at about the 45. Thought it had went out of bounds there, but they're going to say it went out of bounds at the 40. So that's where Harding's going to have it. Only 9:51 left and down 21-9. So the offense back out on the field. 249 yards for the Bisons, 245 on the ground, 193 for Northwest Missouri State. Their only drive in the second half was that first drive, but boy, that was a big one.
Yes, it was. They had a good drive on both sides of halftime.
They led
right before and right after.
Yeah, they led 14-9 at half. Scored on the first series of the second half. Give to Chancey. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled inside the 40. And they may mark it right back at the 40. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. 9:35 left. And the Bearcat defense, you feel like they smell blood right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Billy. I mean, they're playing with some confidence. So we're going to have to find a way to find some momentum.
Spicer is a receiver on the right side. Bissell is the lone slot back for the Bisons, and now Payton's going to keep the football, take it up to the 44, not quite to the 45. And so Green on the tackle, and it's 3rd and about 6 for the Bisons right here where they lay the football. Boy, every time they lay it down, it's such a big deal just because the Bisons were that close to that last first down. You look to see where they lay it.
No doubt about it. And you know this is 2-down territory here, so you don't have to get it all back right here. You just want to make sure that you can get 3 or 4 yards.
8:50 left. And so the Bisons getting a play from the sideline.
Just can't go backwards at all.
3rd down, 6. Payton takes. Payton toss, right side. Bissell slips one tackle, gets across the 45 to the 46. And then he stood up, and it's a 2-yard gain on the play. Brody Buck on the tackle. It is 4th down. It should be 4. There's an injured Bearcat down on the field, on the Bearcat sideline, on the opposite side of the field from where we are. So we have an official timeout. 8 minutes, 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The injured player, that was Diedrich Strambler. And so he's going to have to come out of the game. It is 4th down and 4. 8:21 left. This is right where the Bisons were as far as the yardage they needed on that last drive and were stopped just short. And Cameron Scott comes out. They're going to punt it here with 8:15 left. And 4th and 4 at the 46. So clock rolling, 8:10 and counting. Scott standing at his own 32. And now here is waiting the snap. Good snap. And he gets the punt away. It's a wobbly punt. That is going to hit at the 26-yard line. Short punt. And it's going to be down by McDonald at right about the 30. Remember, punting into that wind. So it's at the 30, and so now Northwest Missouri State will have it with 7:50 left. And the defense back out there on the field, and once again the Bearcats turn the Bisons away.
That's just a that decision to punt right there is confidence in the defense, Billy. It's confidence that they can go out there and get a stop quick and get the offense the ball back.
So Al McKellar back in the game. Pistol formation. Braden Wright in shotgun. And now Braden Wright takes, gives McKellar, runs across the 35, and he's going to take it up to the 39-yard line, and a good, strong run by him up to the 40. If they give him the 40, it's a first down. They didn't give him the 40. They gave him the 39 when the official first came in. He gets 9, though, on first down, and a good, strong run from him. And remember, he's fresh because he hasn't been on the field a lot. He has only carried it. That's his, I say only, that was his 17th carry. It sure doesn't feel like it. The 17th carry is 57 yards. Open field to the right. 2nd down and just a yard. And they'll give it to him again. And he's going to take it to the 39. He didn't get the first down. He's short, so it is 3rd down and 1. Clock rolling, 7:07 left.
Yeah, this is big right here, Billy. I mean, if you can find a way to stuff this one, that'd be huge.
3rd and a yard. Clock rolling. We're under 7 minutes left in the game now. This has been a quick second half.
As strong of a runner as he is, though, you've almost got to hit him in the backfield. So we're going to have to get a push somewhere.
Pistol formation. Wright takes, gives McKellar, and McKellar has the first down. He crosses the 40, and he'll have the first down up to the 41-yard line. So now a new set of downs, and they can take more time off the clock with just 6.5 left. And 21-9 Bison's trail.
We got back there with a few guys and even hit him behind the line. He's just a strong, powerful back.
Yeah, 2 yards there. Cade Pugh made the tackle. Football is at the 41, and 6:10 left in the game. So to the line of scrimmage, the Bearcats just 8 on the play clock. Expect McKellar to get it. He does. He takes it to the 40-yard line. Then Shedrick Robinson hit him first, and the Bisons are trying to pull the football out of there. It's a yard loss to the 40 with 5:50 left.
Boy, Shedrick was really ripping at that football right there.
He hit him first. So it's 2nd down and 11. And the Bearcats, Park, what they want right here more than anything is obviously they love first downs, but they got the one first down they needed right there, and now they want that clock to roll.
Yeah, I'd be shocked to see them put it in the air, especially anything short of third down.
Second down and 11, 5 1/4 left. Play clock under 5. And now giving to McKellar. McKellar is going to take it forward for a positive yard up to the 41-yard line. And now it is third down. Oric Walker Jr. on the tackle for the Bisons. Third down and 9, 5 minutes as we go under 5 left. So we'll be at about 4.5 when they snap this ball. And the Bisons are down 21-9. So third down 9, just across the 41. Open field to the left. Man in motion, that's the tight end. And now Wright takes, going to throw it. Wright looking, Wright steps up, fires, complete first down for Northwest Missouri State and up the right sideline. This is going to go for a touchdown. Into the end zone, the touchdown of 58 yards. The second touchdown pass of the day to Caden Davis. And Northwest Missouri State not only converts on a big third down, but they score, and it's 27-9. Northwest Missouri State now with 4:23 left. So the Bearcats now send their extra point unit out there. And 2 big pass plays here in the second half for the Bearcats have been huge. That one on the first play of the second half of 63 yards. And now that touchdown pass for the Bearcats. A big one there. What was third down and 9. And that is 58 yards. After the play was over.
The 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff. That's number 1's first unsportsmanlike foul.
Unsportsmanlike foul after the play was over. So the extra point now, that'll be, heard him say, assessed on the kickoff. 4:23 left. And now the Bearcats with a chance to put their 28th point on the board. Placement is down. It was not a good snap. It's a great job by the holder to get it down, and the extra point is up, and it is good. That was a very good job by Alec Tatum, who's had a big day, to place it down. So we have a timeout, 4:23 left in the football game. Northwest Missouri State leads Harding 28-9. We step away for 60 seconds on the Harding. 4:23 left in the football game, and now the Bisons are down 28-9 after a 58-yard strike. Braden Wright, second time to Caden Davis. He's hit him today. And now the kickoff taken at the 28-yard line. Spicer spins across the 40, and Spicer up to the 42. And that's where the Bisons will take over. They're going to mark this at the 43, so Harding will have it. But only 4:16 left, and Northwest Missouri State leading at 28-9. They have now outgained
13, not number 1, correction. That foul's assessed on number 13.
Yeah, that last, he was talking about that penalty that unsportsmanlike was on Caden Davis celebrating, and they had first initially said it was on Donadell. It was not on him. So 28-9 Bisons trail. Football is at the 43-yard line. Open field is to the left. And 7 points in each quarter for Northwest Missouri State today. Now Payton going to throw it on first down. Tried to. He's sacked back at the 35-yard line. And that's Zach Howard, who coming in had 7.5 sacks. That's his 8.5 sack of the season. And that's a big loss all the way back to the 35-yard line. So it's second down and 18 with 3:55 left.
Yeah, it's really hard to throw the ball out of this formation, Billy, when the defense knows you're throwing the ball. It's always been difficult for Harding, and we're seeing it right there.
Second down and 18. Payton rolling to the left. Preston Payton fires. This is complete. Michael Sendrick with a diving catch at the 44, and that'll get it a 9-yard gain on the play. So it's 3rd and 9 now with 3 1/4 left. And so the Bison's lining up, getting the play from the sideline. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And now Payton to the line of scrimmage. Preston Payton takes, rolls to the right, now looking. Preston Payton throwing on the run, and complete. First down inside the 45 to City, and down to the 40-yard line. The completion there to Cage City, his 5th reception on the season. 3:05 left, and first down for Harding at the 40.
Great ball right there by Preston on the move.
Open field to the left, and now Payton taking, rolling to the left. Preston throwing to the left sideline, and this is incomplete, and the Bisons wanted a flag. And boy, Paul Simmons really unhappy. It sure looked like that Townsend was interfered with before the football got there. There was definite contact.
Yeah, he absolutely was hit before the ball was there. I'm really surprised the official didn't throw the flag right there. I guess he's saying it wasn't enough contact, but it was enough to keep him from being able to jump up and get the football.
Yeah, completely. If you watch the replay right here, that's coming right at you. There, oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely pass interference.
Wow. So, second down and 10 at the 40, 2:55 left. Open field to the left, and now this time toss for Bissell. Bissell is going to try to take it back to his right, and he's going to be tackled at the 38-yard line. And it's Sam Phillips who tackled him. It is 3rd down and 8 for the Bisons now with 2:40 left. So open field to the right, 3rd down and 8, and 2.5 left. And the Bearcats trying to end the Bisons' 14-game home winning streak here in the playoffs. And now Payton rolls to the right, wants to throw, looking, and still looking, firing, and it's incomplete. It was intended for City at the 29-yard line and hit the turf before he was able to secure it. It did bounce into his arm, so it's 4th down and 8 now with 2:17 left. And so the Bisons on 4th down here at the 38. Open field right, 4th down 8. 2:17 left. Clock not moving after that incompletion. And now Payton ready. Takes. Going to throw. Looking. Now scrambling. Rolling to the left. Still looking. Throwing downfield. And it is intercepted at the 23-yard line. Picked off by Drew Dostal, the senior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And the Bearcats will take over with 2:10 left in the football game, up 28-9. And the Bisons, one final drive right there, and the Bearcats turn them away. So Harding scored 7 points in that first quarter and have not scored a touchdown since. We knew 2 great defenses coming in, and this is a defensive unit coming out there that they've played hard on both sides.
Yeah, it's been a tough football game, Billy, and the score doesn't really indicate how tough of a game it has been. And Northwest, this Harding defense really made them uncomfortable for a lot of the game.
Bisons ran 75 plays to 44 for Northwest Missouri State. Now Northwest Missouri State, they're going to go into victory formation, and they're going to run the clock with 2:04 and counting. We want to remind our viewers and are watching the game on HU16 and on the stream, we will stay with you for the post-game press conferences for both teams down in the Gaines Activities Complex. So that'll be coming up about 15 minutes after the game. We'll have that for you. And for those of you listening on radio, you can go and watch those press conferences on the video stream if you'd like on HU16. 1:35 left. Already one kneel down, and the Bearcats will take another one. They're going to go to Ferris State next week. And this is a Northwest Missouri State team that now is going to get to 11-1. The Bisons are going to fall to 11-2 to end what's been a great season in Park Parish, a Great American Conference championship.
Yeah, it's been a great year for the Bisons and a great, great effort today. And just the execution just wasn't quite there. If you want to beat a team like this, an established program that's been there and done that in the national playoffs, you just can't make the mistakes that Harding made today. So great season. Hats off to these guys and to the seniors, especially the ones that stuck around through the COVID year. And, man, what a season they had. Great leadership across the board, and it's been really fun to be a part of it. Billy, it's been fun doing this with you.
Oh, I've enjoyed it with you, Park.
I have too, and I hate it for those seniors, but they've had a great season.
Yeah, and there's another kneel down, 35 seconds left, so just one more. Talk about Preston Payton. He's won more football games at quarterback than anyone in Harding history, and you know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, Preston's great. He's a great leader. He's a great person, and you know what? He deserves it more than anybody. He's done a great job for this program of leading these guys, and I hate to see him go out, but, man, he's had a heck of a career, and he's done a lot of great things while he's been here.
28-9, and they're going to let the play clock run down to 0. They'll take a delay of game penalty, and actually, I beg your pardon. They took a timeout there, so they'll take a timeout. It is 4th down after that kneel down there. 28-9, Northwest Missouri State, and I agree with what you just said a few moments ago. You made the mention that a lot of people are going to look at the score and not realize just how close this game really was. What a dogfight it was.
It was for most of the game. I mean, both offenses really struggled to move the ball against the other's defense, and it was just a hard-nosed football game. I mean, two defenses that fly around the ball and hit and love to do it. And it was a fun game to watch. And, you know, it was your typical juggernaut matchup. You know, anytime you get two really good football teams together, it tends to be defensive games. And so that doesn't matter what level you're talking about. Most of the time, championship football teams have really good defenses.
And Northwest Missouri State, you have to give a lot of credit to the quarterback Wright. He came up with some big pass plays, 10 of 16, 231 today, 3 touchdowns. He did throw the 1 interception. Bisons had 2 early turnovers. They survived that, you felt like. They were up 7-6, or down 7-6 after that, scored, then got the lead at 9-7, but they were down 14-9. The Bearcats scored right before the end of the first half and scored right at the beginning of the second half, and those were 2 big drives. Bisons come after the punt, and they run into the punters. So 2 seconds left, and the penalty marker is down. So the Bearcats, after the Bisons run into the punter, will go downstairs one more time to our referee, Phil Kaufman. They sort this out. Just 2 seconds left. A lot of the Bison fans are staying around. I think they want to give this team one last big show their appreciation to this team.
Foul, roughing the kicker, number 33 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So now just one more play. After the penalty, Bisons did a lot of things they wanted to today, Park. The 75 plays. But again, that's a defense. They put a lot of yardage, 274, 245 rushing, but Coach Hansey 117, but the Bearcats, boy, when you got in the red zone, it was tough sledding down there.
Yeah, and we knew that it would be going into it. You know, we talked about it before the game. That was going to be one of the things that we had to do well was score when you have opportunities. And you know what? Hats off to their defense. Yeah. They just stiffened up, and they weren't giving up an inch when they got down there. And so it made it tough for the Bisons. But like we said, great season. You know, they fought their rear ends off all year long and did again today. So hats off to them. They've been a fun group to watch.
Yeah, one final kneel down there, and that's the ball game. 28-9 is the final score as the coaches converge. You see Rich Wright and Paul Simmons down on the field. There's Paul Simmons. You saw Coach Wright a few moments ago. They have so much respect for each other and these programs, and it'll be Northwest Missouri State that will go and play Ferris State next week. That'll be up in Big Rapids, Michigan. Ferris State beat Grand Valley State today 54-20. The final score in that game, and the Bisons, first time they've lost here at First Security Stadium in now 15 games. That was a 14-game home winning streak, and Northwest Missouri State able to win here today. Bisons 6-0 before today at home, 6-1 now in the season. But again, this is a team that will celebrate a Great American Conference Championship, only the second outright conference championship in program history, and a great season at 11-2.
Yeah, Billy, it was a great year. I mean, these guys have nothing to hang their heads about, and this is a great football program. I mean, it's like you said, they did a lot of things today that they wanted to do, which was run a lot of offensive plays, which meant they were getting first downs, controlling the football. They did all those things. You know, ultimately, Northwest Missouri just did what they had to do to win the football game, and that's what good teams do. They find a way to win even when things don't go exactly the way they planned them. And so Northwest, hats off to them. Congratulations to them. They'll be moving on, and our guys will learn from this. Our underclassmen will learn from this experience, and it'll they'll carry that with them going forward. So,
and I think you were talking about it a few moments ago, and it was so important. The seniors and what they have brought for this program. They come back, 13 of them, after not playing last fall and playing this year and getting to the second round of the playoffs and winning a conference championship. They're hurting right now.
No doubt about it. I mean, to make the playoffs in general, Billy, is very difficult. With as many Division II programs as there are out there and as good of programs as there are out there, it's very difficult to make the playoffs. So to make it to, beyond the first round is even harder, and it just gets harder and harder as you go. So those seniors have nothing to hold their head about. They've had a great career. Look at the stats that they've put up. Look at Cole Chansey, all the records he's broken.
Over 5,000 yards,
just
all-time
an
leading
incredible.
rusher.
Yeah, and Preston with all the wins, and all the other seniors. I mean, just an incredible group, and they've been really fun to watch for these last 4, 5, 6 years. And so thanks to them for everything they've done, because it's not easy, Billy.
Yeah.
I've been through it, the day in and day out grind. It's a 365-day-a-year process, and we just get to enjoy it, on Saturdays a few times a year. But these guys work hard year-round, and this is what their entire lives center around. So hats off to them for a great career and a great season.
So we will say goodbye to you on the radio. Stay with us if you want to see the post-game press conferences. In fact, we'll stay with you as Coach Simmons. You can see, because I know we have a good shot of that down on the field. So let's stay with that until the team breaks up down on the field, and because this is a moment when Coach Simmons in his 4th season here at Harding and his team, as he gathers them all together, and Dr. Burks will come in and lead the team prayer here with the football team. And Park, that's a very emotional moment down the field right now.
Yes, it is, Billy. It's no fun, but what happens to everybody at some point, no matter what level you make it to or anything. At some point, seasons end and careers end, and so for our seniors, they're going to relish this last huddle up, and they'll remember it for the rest of their lives.
And Dr. Burks, you can see him leading the prayer right now and congratulating the football team on a great season, 11-2. Their final record. Bisons fall here today. Northwest Missouri State, they're moving on. They go on to play Ferris State next week. 28-9 is the final score. Northwest Missouri State wins it. We'll come back with complete postgame coverage on TV on HU16. If you're watching, also streaming the video as well, we will have the press conferences coming up. I'll come back and we will look at some of the final numbers here in a few moments as well. Park Parrish, what an honor it was for me to sit in the booth with you this year. Let's do it again, okay?
Let's do it, Billy. The honor was all mine. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Well, we had a great game to watch today, and a great season, great bunch of Bisons to watch, and former Harding great Park Parrish, very, very much enjoyed you being in the booth with me, and I will see you very soon, okay?
Yes, sir. We'll see you.
So the Bisons fall 28-9. Stay with us on TV. For those of you listening on radio, we're going to say goodbye for right now as the Bisons fall 28-9. Right now we're going to step away for a 3-minute timeout. 4-minute timeout, I beg your pardon, a 4-minute timeout, and we have post-game coverage coming up from First Security Stadium on TV in a moment. For those of you on radio, the final score, Northwest Missouri State wins it 28-9 as we take the break on the Harding Sports Network. Back on post-game, we will have the press conferences down on the field. Down in the press room coming up for you here on the Harding Sports Network. The Bisons are still on the field. We expect that the Bisons will be first in the press room, but I tell you what, that's 13 seniors that didn't get to play last year. It came back. 12 of them had been was returning from the 17 team that went to the playoffs, and so that's a disappointed team down on the field right now, but what a tremendous season. And the final ranking in the regular season, number 7 nationally, a Great American Conference Championship. Paul Simmons' team finishes 11-2. And when you look at this football team, I think years and years and years down the road, we'll be looking back. We'll be talking about Cole Chansey, who went over 5,000 yards today. 29 carries, 117 yards. We'll be talking about Preston Payton. He has won more games at quarterback than any quarterback in Bison history. And today, Preston Payton, 12 carries, 23 yards. And Omar Sinclair, 11 carries, 57 yards. Bisons saw him go out with injury there in the second quarter. He tried to come back in the third quarter and go. He was in on the first series, but would eventually come out of the football game. So he was injured and came out. And then on the other side of it, you have to give a lot of credit to the Northwest Missouri State defense. It was outstanding today. Gave up 274 yards, but only 9 points. Bison scored on their third possession. They turned it over their first 2 possessions, but then came right back and scored and made it 7-6, and then took a 9-7 lead late there into late in the second quarter, and Northwest Missouri State scored right at the end of the first half. Braden Wright was very good today, the junior from Elkhorn, Nebraska, and threw 3 touchdowns in the game. And when you go back and look at the different series in the game, the Bisons had a 9-7 lead, had 2 possessions in which they got the football near midfield and were unable to get a first down on either one of those series. And then the Bearcats got the football back and go down the field and score on an 80-yard drive at the end of the first half with only 6 seconds left in the first half. And then they would get the football to begin the third quarter, and they would go and score on the Bisons on the first series of the second half and take a 21-9 lead. And then Harding moved the football in the third and the fourth quarters, but unable to score. Did not score in the second half. And Northwest Missouri State with a late touchdown and to make the final score 28-9 is the final, and they win it. They advance, and they'll play Ferris State next week. And so the Bisons are starting to make their way off the field. I'm not sure if Coach Simmons is still on the field or not, but when he gets into the press room downstairs, we will go downstairs and have the press conference downstairs. Also, for our fans that are watching, that are fans of the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats, we will have that entire press conference coming up for you here on the Harding Sports Network as well. And also want to remind everybody tonight, Bison fans, we will be inside the Rhodes Reeves Fieldhouse in, about 4 hours. We'll be there for basketball tonight. So that's a 7:30 tip-off as the Bisons will take on Arkansas Fort Smith in men's basketball. Lady Bisons are down in Texas. You see Preston Payton there on your screen as he is the last time that he'll be on the First Security Stadium field as a player. And also Jay Marshall, you see a sophomore from Hurst, Texas, come up and give him a hug. What a day for Jay Marshall. He was super in the game today. Preston Payton, you have so much respect for him and this entire football program as, again, they are still on the field right now. We're going to step away and take a timeout. I'm not sure if we're close to the press conference down in the press room. I don't think we have anyone in there just yet, so we're going to step away, take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back in 2 minutes and hopefully have the press conferences beginning pretty soon. Coach Simmons is starting to make his way. He's trying to make his way off the field, but obviously a lot of people want to congratulate him on the season as he starts to head off the field. Right now we're going to step away for 2 minutes. Bisons fall here today. Come back and look at the scoring summary in a moment. 28-9 is the final. Northwest Missouri State wins it as we take a 2-minute timeout of the heart. Paul Simmons making his way toward the locker room right now. He is trying to get to the press room right now, and as soon as he gets in the press room, there will be a couple of Bison players down there as well in the press room, and we will take the press conferences as you look down the field. Well, Cole Chansey, I really thought Cole might be in the press room, but if he's going to be in the press room, they might have to wait on him because Cole still has his helmet on. He has not taken his helmet off. He is standing out at midfield right now. And the senior from Commerce, Georgia, he is standing on about the 46-yard line right now. And what another tremendous game for him. Cole on the day, 29 carries, 117 yards, goes over 5,000 yards. He's the all-time leading rusher in Harding history, and he's getting a hug right now from Coach Underwood. Matt Underwood is there with his family, and we saw Cole Chancey come in as a true freshman and be a part of the team that went to the national semifinals in 2017. And Cole Chancey will leave Harding as the all-time leading rusher at Harding. So you see Cole down there. That Sarah Hickerson, our director, doing a great job today. Our Harding Sports Network crew, appreciate Sidney Bryant was down on the camera with the field camera. Mark Pryor, our chief engineer, also ran one of the high cameras. Tim Hamilton, the birthday boy. Happy birthday to Tim Hamilton. We talked about that earlier. Ran one of the cameras up top as well, and also our our producer today, and Balaz Balaza on the replays today. And back in the KVHU studio, Dakota Allender was our producer engineer for radio. But we will stay here today and take the complete post-game press conference down on the field. I know a lot of the Northwest Missouri State fans will want to watch that as well, and so we will have that coming up for you. Let's look at the scoring summary. It all started with 11:55 left in the first quarter, and it was Imani Donadell who caught a 25-yard touchdown pass from Braden Wright, and that made it 7-0 after Lamel added the extra point. That was with 11:55 left in the opening quarter. That was after the Bison's second turnover. Harding's first turnover, they forced a field goal attempt that was missed and then turned it over on the next drive. Harding would come back and score on an Omar Sinclair 22-yard run. That made it 7-6. That was a 12-play, 75-yard drive that took 6:59 off the clock, 4:50 left in the first quarter. That made it 7-6. The extra point was no good. It was only the third miss for Ennis on the season in extra points. And then it would be Grant Ennis who would come back with a 32-yard field goal to make it 9-7. That was with 7:44. I beg your pardon. That was with 10:39 left in the second quarter. That was a 10-play, 70-yard drive, 7:44. And then after that, the Bisons would get no more. Northwest Missouri State gave up quite a few yards after that, but no more points. And then they closed out the first half. Bisons had to punt it away, and Northwest Missouri State, an 11-play, 80-yard drive that took 2:26 off the clock, and a touchdown pass right to Davis. And Caden Davis, that was his first touchdown catch of the afternoon. He would later catch a touchdown pass in the game as well. And so that made it, after the extra point was good, 14-9 at half. And so you knew coming in, Dylan Hendricks, we know, is one of the Bisons that is in the press room right now. So we know that we're going to hear from him. What an outstanding Bison coming into the game, the leading active tackler for the Bisons. And so Preston Payton also making his way into the locker room. Into the press conference room, and Paul Simmons. So we're about ready to go down. I'll finish the scoring summary for you. 14-9 is where we were at halftime. We'll finish up that scoring summary after the press conference down in the press room, because we feel like that we're pretty close. No, we're not. I beg your pardon. We're trying to get that going downstairs, but as soon as we get that going, we will let you know. Go ahead and keep with the scoring summary, and it would be Northwest Missouri State who would come out and put together a 75-yard drive to start the third quarter. That was a key drive after they had taken a 14-9 lead at half, and then to make it 21-9, 3 plays, 75 yards, and that was a 1-yard touchdown run by Al McKellar. So we are getting closer to going downstairs in a moment to Paul Simmons and the Bisons down in the press room. Final score of the game came with 4:21 left in the fourth. It was a 58-yard pass right to Davis. 58 yards, and that was with 4:21 left. That was on 3rd down and 9, and that put the game away. Northwest Missouri State wins it today, 28-9, the final score here from Searcy. So we're going to send it downstairs here in just a few moments, and I'm being told right now, let's go down to the press room right now for.
We'll start with an opening comments from the coach, and then we'll open it up for questions. Coach Simmons?
You know, I tell you, for 10 weeks straight, we have played our best game. You know, we have got better 10 weeks in a row, and today we didn't do that. You know, you want to go out there and play your very best game. If your best game's not enough, then you can sleep well at night. But I know I feel the same way that all our guys feel. We'd love to do it again right now. I mean, we wish we could do that again right now. It just just didn't go our way today. That was a good football team, obviously. Got a lot of respect for Coach Wright and his guys, but you just hate to end without playing your best ball game. It's unbelievable the legacy that these seniors have left. You know, these guys, you know, in 5 years never missed the playoffs. They've won 41 ball games, conference champions, and you know, more than that, they have been an awesome example of showing the young guy, this is how you work, this is how you compete, this is how you love each other, this is how you put the guys around you in front of your own needs, this is how you honor God by the way you treat people. I can't say enough about what these guys have meant to me. You know, basically we were freshmen together. I mean, I was 2017 was my first year as a head coach, and it was their first year you know, on the field, and they had some growing up to do, and I had a lot of growing up to do, and we've grown together, and it just doesn't seem like it should be over right now. But really tough way to go out for sure, but an awesome season, and crazy proud of them.
Jeff?
Jeff South Democrat Gazette. Paul, it looked like you guys were going to overcome those first two fumbles. You played from after the first 3 minutes until the final 3 minutes of the first half. You completely dominated the game, but you end up blowing in the half, 14-9. How big was the two fumbles, and then their late drive going into the second half?
You know, the plays that stand out in my mind obviously is giving the ball. You know, we gave the ball away twice in the first 5 minutes in the red zone, and you know that stands out big time. The blocked field goal felt like a giant play in the game. But you know, I thought our defensive front was really dominant, giving up some big passes. You know, we have not given up the big play all year long, and you know, credit to them. But those big pass plays were really huge. But you know, when you're playing against a defense like they have, you know, you just can't afford to give the football to them. And, you know, so, yeah, really tough way to start the football game. But really proud of how the defense, you know, responded. I mean, we gave them the football, you know, first down on the 23-yard line and, you know, 3 and out and missed the field goal, and here we go.
Yeah, I feel pretty good once you got the lead 9. I mean, I'm sure you wanted to score a touchdown there, but you went down from 7-0, could have been 10-0, and you were up 9-7 late in the first half. I mean, how did you feel at that point when you kicked the ball back to them? They had 3 minutes to go in the half. I mean, did you feel like?
Well, Jeff, I really felt like we're going to win a football game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I felt like. These guys have. We've been a football team that, you know, has gotten better and better as the game goes on. We're a second half football team, and you know, even down at the half, I mean, I really felt like we were going to come out and win the football game, and it didn't go our way, but that's what I believed. I talked all week about the importance of belief, and that's what I believed. So.
And they got you for the touchdown at the start of the second half. So really,
that was a huge play, yeah.
I mean, there was only like it was a couple plays, but Dylan, what were they able to do on those big plays? Because you guys sacked them 4 times, and you had a lot of pressure on them throughout most of the first half. What happened on those big plays that you could see?
I really didn't see much.
Yeah.
You know, on the one to start the second half,
Yeah.
I saw a pulling guard. I was trying to add to the rush, and it looked like the receiver, 85, you know, got behind our secondary. And then the touchdown late, I was matched up on the back. I didn't really see what happened there either. So,
It probably felt like you guys did a pretty good job. I mean, because there was like 4 big plays.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I don't think the score was indicative of how much of a battle that game was. We knew Al McKellar was a really good back, and we wanted to shut down the run, and I think for the most part we did that. Just had some big pass plays on us. So.
John Walker, the Northwest Missourian. Coach, you had said that you'd be ready to get back out there right now. Do you have anything that you would specifically change if you guys were out there right now again?
Oh, I would change a lot. First of all, I wouldn't fumble the ball. I wouldn't give the ball to them. But hindsight's 20/20. Like he said, I don't feel like the score told the story of that football game. I wish we wouldn't have let that guy have that much time on the big pass plays. I kind of felt like he was rattled early a little bit, and we really got after him. And the tough thing was we were stoning the run in our base defense, and so the decision of whether to bring pressure or keep on doing what you're doing is always a tough decision. They say hindsight's 20/20.
You might have brought pressure a couple times.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, and the defense did a great job versus the offense that's been really explosive.
Minus 2 rushing yards in the first half, right? I mean, it was like from nothing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Preston, just going against their defense, obviously they tightened up in the red zone a few times. Just what was going right to get down there, and then what kind of went wrong to have a few drives stall out there?
Yeah, it was just a few plays here and there, maybe a misread or a misassignment on a block. I think it just came down to, the offense really wasn't there for the defense today for most of the game. If we could jump on them earlier, in that first half, I think we come away with that win because I really don't see that they out-executed us or outplayed us necessarily, but just a couple plays here and there that really just turned the tide.
Preston, what happened? Was there a little jitters there on those first 2 drives, or was it?
No, just misexecution. That first one between me and Cole.
Yeah.
We talked about all week that defensive end probably wouldn't come down there, but then I saw him smoking down there. I just tried to pull the ball too late. Just got on the hit. The ball just squirted out, and then the next one, just a good play by that Mike linebacker knocking the ball out.
They seemed like they did a really good job, especially in the second half. It seemed a spread out you didn't have much of a choice. I mean, they were clogging you up in the middle. You could get a couple yards, but seems like the pitch that was open in the first half at times wasn't quite there.
Yeah, in the second half they started skating their outside linebacker and trying to fill their safety underneath with their Mike backer, and they weren't doing that in the first half. In the first half they were scraping that Mike backer over the top of the outside linebacker. So just give kudos to them, I guess.
That's the best run defense,
In the country,
statistically in the country for a reason.
Yeah.
It was a matchup of strength on strength, and when you're in that kind of a ball game, you just can't give the football away. But obviously, Coach Wright is a lifetime D-line coach, and
you guys are counting kindred spirits.
Yeah, we have that in common, but we're just getting started. I'm telling you, I can promise you that Bison football as a program, we are just getting started, and we'll be back.
Preston, I guess, and Paul, you can address this too. It seemed like on those first 2 drives, they had those gigantic linemen that were pitching on either side of Hutto, and it seemed like they took away the dive up the middle early, but then it seemed like Cole started breaking off a little bit to the outside. Was that an adjustment that you guys made, or?
No, not necessarily. We knew their game plan that they kind of saying that their 4D linemen can take care of our 5-0 linemen, and I didn't say that they did that, but that was their job, and they had the dive.
They weren't really there to tackle necessarily. They were just there to clog it up.
Yeah.
Is that the toughest defense you've gone against?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Ever, or just, this year?
This year or ever? No, I think.
Not necessarily ever, but this year.
This year, yeah, I mean, I guess so, probably, but not ever.
Could you guys have done anything differently, Paul, on offense other than score?
Sure,
Touchdowns?
absolutely. Yeah, there's always things you could do different and things
Yeah.
we'd like to have back. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I mean, those guys were really good, but we didn't play our best football game, and that's what's going to stick in our craw for a long time.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Good luck to you guys.
So Paul Simmons, Dylan Hendricks, and Preston Payton down in the interview room. We will take the Northwest Missouri State press conference coming up here in just a few moments. You see down on the field right now, that's Cade Pugh. He's a junior from Helena, Alabama, down on the field right now. And there are still several Bisons. There are about 5 of them that are still out there and trying to make their way to the field. They just don't want to go off the field. And I was looking to see if there were any seniors still out there. A lot of the young guys are still out there right now. The seniors have gone back into the locker room, and the guys that you see out there on the field right now, I know James Townsend is still out there. We talked about Cade Pugh, Cooper Carroll's out there. I think I might see one senior down there. I'll have to check here in just a few moments. Yeah, Enoch Williams is still down there. What a career and what a season he had. Paul Simmons talked about the senior from Dixon, Tennessee. He's a school teacher here in town, and has just been such a great leader for this program this year, and for a lot of the younger guys as well. Cameron Scott, he's a senior. He's still out there on the field from Frisco, Texas, and what a Bison career that he had as well. The final numbers, and as soon as we get the go-ahead to go back downstairs, we will for the Bearcats press conference. 274 yards of total offense for the Bisons. 255 for Northwest Missouri State. 231 through the air for Northwest Missouri State. Only 24 rushing. 29 passing yards for the Bisons in the game. 245 rushing yards for the Bisons. Let's go downstairs now for the Northwest.
Okay. Next up on the podium are the representatives from Northwest Missouri State, Coach Rich Wright, Braden Wright, and Jackson Barnes. We'll start again with Coach giving his comments.
Just a really tough-fought game between two very good football teams. Felt like I knew it was going to be this way. Coming into the week, watched them. This is the 4th time we've played them at Northwest, and just felt like this was the best that they had been offensively. Watched some snaps defensively as well. Knew their front was going to cause some problems, and we were in a heck of a football game. Really felt like momentum got flipped right before half when we were able to go in and score, and then came out and got that lead. And the thing we did a good job of defensively today is, as the field started to constrict, we didn't give up points. And to me, that really was the difference. And then when you play against an option offense, and I'm old enough to have been, I grew up in that generation when Nebraska and Oklahoma were in their heyday. And, when you play in that type of offense, that's the one thing where you got a little bit of an advantage if you can get a couple scores up. So we were fortunate to win a football game today. All the credit goes to the kids that executed our plan. They didn't give up. Their tenacity and toughness was on display for 2.5, 3 hours, however long that game lasted. But I'm just really proud of our guys. And we always talk about landmarks. Last week was Thanksgiving. That was our landmark, and the next one is to play into December, and so we have the opportunity to do that now.
Braden, it seemed, or John Dykstra from there before. Braden, it seemed like you really got your rhythm there in that 2-minute drill at the end of the first half. Just what was the key to kind of finding that success and finding that rhythm there at the end of the half?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was, they were disrupting us a lot early on. I mean, throughout the whole game, their front seven did a good job. I uneasy. I pride myself on being evasive too in the pocket, and they were getting home to me, and a lot of that was my fault. I wasn't being decisive with the ball, so really it was just kind of settling in. I would say just finding. I mean, that happens naturally throughout the course of a game, just being able to settle in and kind of let the nerves go away. This is my first start since September 2nd, so I never want to make an excuse, but I just let that get to my head, and being out there for the first time again that early was definitely kind of a new feeling again. Kind of felt like 2018 when I took my first snap. So I can't have that happen ever again, obviously, because that was not the way we wanted to start. But yeah, like you said, that like Coach Wright was saying, that last drive definitely just kind of going out there, playing fast, just ripping the ball around. That's kind of how you just force your way into the rhythm, I guess. There's no other way you can do it. You just got to go do it.
John Walker, the Northwest Missourian. Braden, how crucial were those two drives to really kind of change the course of this game? You guys get the score before half. You come out of half and score. How big were those two drives?
Yeah, that's huge because, they got a great offense, obviously, and great defense. And anything we can do to help our defense out offensively, because obviously you want to break things up into the three categories, offense, defense, special teams, but everyone plays off of each other. The more we could help our defense rest up, get on the sideline, make adjustments, the better they were going to play as well. So even if it wasn't a touchdown, just being able to sustain a drive, I mean, that one happened quick at the start of the second half. We hit a big play. We got, a good scheme there going, and that was huge to start the second half that way because we've had problems with that a majority of the season was starting the second half fast. So, that was kind of a point of emphasis going into the playoffs, just being able to come out there quick, and we were able to do that today, and obviously that definitely helped shift the momentum.
Jeff Krupsall, Arkansas Democrat, said, Coach, we talked the other day, and you said this was your offensive team was much better than it was in 2019, and certainly proved to be the way. You knew you were going to have the ball at the start of the second half. What was your thought going into that drive, that last drive in the first half? Were you thinking field goal, it'd be okay, or were you thinking touchdown all the way? I mean, it was because you were going to get the ball back, so it wasn't like you had to score a touchdown. It didn't seem like.
Right. No. Our thought process going into that was to try and get it in the end zone, and reason being is that we've been somewhat erratic with our field goal kicking at different times, and so the mentality was to try and get it in the end zone and go up, beyond just the get the touchdown in essence. So
Jackson, Coach talked about really tightening up in the red zone and everything, but what were the keys for you guys out there to slow down that running attack once it got down into that territory?
It really comes down to everyone doing their job. I mean, obviously when you're playing an offense like this, nothing's going to be perfect. I mean, you have guys flying around, cut blocking everywhere, and someone has to be free. So the key to it is just really playing hard. I mean, if you go out there and play your hardest, then someone's going to make a play.
I think one of the things that helped us, between this year, so there's always differences. There's subtle changes that they made, from when we played them in 2019. So the fullback got off for better yardage. They were running an inside trap scheme that took us a little while to figure out. Once we slowed our inside people down, we were able to neutralize that. We also, and you can ask Jackson about this, made a series of changes as the game went along. We had different calls that we hadn't even practiced all week, but different ways just based on how they were blocking, and that's how you have to do it when you're playing that offense, is you're not quite sure what you're going to get, and so you have to have the flexibility to be able to change who's got what responsibility to confuse them again, and then just as soon as you get that going, you better be ready to adjust again because they will make an adjustment off of it.
There were a lot of adjustments in this game, it did seem like.
There were a ton.
Because you shut them down, obviously, in the first two drives, and then they pretty much controlled the ball.
On their scoring drive, yes, sir.
And then in the third quarter, they had the ball for 9 minutes and 10 seconds. It seemed like you guys did an amazing job of stretching out, basically giving Payton no decision. I mean, he couldn't give it to the fullback. He didn't have anywhere to go. And then when he pitched it, there was nowhere to go. How did you guys string them out like that? Coach and Jackson, did you get?
It really just comes down to everyone executing their job. I mean, the DN going to the dive, the outside backer going to the quarterback, and everyone else flowing to the pitch. Just really comes down to everyone just doing their job.
And then muddying up the reads. So what he just talked about was our base call, and then switching some things up. So there were times where we sent Jackson, who's our Mike linebacker, to the dive, set the end on the quarterback, and played the outside backer to the pitch. And then there were times where we dropped the safety in the slot and let the outside linebacker go to the pitch. So it's what we're trying to do is create indecisiveness for them at the point of attack. And so if he has to hold it, that allows other people the opportunity to get off blocks.
Were you ever concerned during that first half stretch when they had those 2 long drives? I mean, they scored a touchdown and then the field goal. I mean, the momentum kind of had switched back to their favor.
I'll put it to you this way. I was concerned from the moment I found out who I was playing until that final gun went off at the end of that football game. So, yes, very much so.
Braden, now you guys are one of the final 8 teams in the country playing football. Just how's that feel to make it to the spot and make it a trip to Michigan next week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, anytime you win a football game, you're going to be happy about it, no matter how it gets done. We obviously didn't play our best game offensively, and I'm sure defensively there's a lot of plays that they would like to have had. But, at the end of the day, we won. And Coach Wright was saying that this is one of our landmarks getting to December, playing a pretty familiar opponent for as familiar as you can be from this far away. We've played them the last 2 seasons, and they've been the ones to end our season. So we know the challenge is ahead of us. That's why it's exciting. We kind of know our travel plans. We've done them the same way. So, it's just exciting to be a part of it and get this opportunity to go back up to Michigan.
Great. You talk about that play at the start of the second half, when you got forced out of the pocket, and was that kind of an impromptu thing, or?
That was actually a rollout play that we had designed just because, the front 7 was giving us some issues. So obviously getting out of the pocket kind of helps neutralize that a little bit. And then we had one of our best receivers, one of our best players going out there to make a play. So, anytime you can just get in space, get a guy like that in space, it's going to benefit you. And I just had to, simply just make the throw good enough to where he could get to it. So I got to do the easy part of the play. Everyone else, the big boys up front, they kept me clean, and Tatum ran a great route, and it got us open and kind of just started the second half off the way we wanted to.
Coach, I know Todd's obviously calling the plays and stuff like that, but was that something coming out of halftime when you got that momentum at the end of the half that you wanted to maybe have an option for a big play on one of those first few plays of the drive?
Yeah, I think, one of the things we talked about at half was that we felt as though right before half, and that's something I noticed too, watching from the sideline. It was one of the few series I got to watch. They seemed a little bit disturbed by the tempo that we went with right before half. They took 2 timeouts on that drive. And so we talked at half about maybe trying to come out and get something going, and that's exactly what he did.
Coach Wright, I know you guys normally set a goal of 50 rushing yards every game, but
no, that wasn't the goal this week. They averaged 400 and something.
400. I guess where is your satisfaction level holding them to 245 on 67 carries?
It wasn't our goal, but at this time of the year when you're playing against quality competition, there's really one goal that I worry about, and that's what it shows at the end on the scoreboard at the end of the football game.
Other questions? Okay.
Just, Coach, can you speak on going to Michigan next week and now meeting up with Ferris State?
Yeah, again, so I'm going to make a statement. I think this is, and obviously I'm biased, but I think this is hands down the most difficult region of the 4 regions in the NCAA tournament right now. When you look at the quality of competition that's in our region, I could cite for you 4 teams that very easily could advance out of this region and make a run for the national championship. So it's kind of a gauntlet, but it is what it is. And, we're going to make a trip to Ferris, and I know that our kids are going to be ready to play and excited. We're excited to play whoever we got to play. And, usually when we come off of a loss, we play well. And so I'm just fired up about what our kids are going to do at the complex this week. We know that they're a very good football team. They're undefeated. They're going to be a formidable opponent. Tony does a great job. He and his staff do a great job up there on both sides of the ball, and we're going to have our hands full. But, I like this group. I like the chemistry of this group. I like the dynamic of this group. So we're just looking forward to the opportunity to make a flight up to Michigan and see what we can do.
Braden, what you ended up with 10 of 16, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. What were you seeing from Harding's defense today?
Yeah, I mean, they gave us looks, obviously, that we prepared for all week. They did a lot more mixing those looks up and brought a couple different blitzes, different stunts up front than we had prepared for. But, you know, once we just kind of settled in like that, that's what I was saying. All we had to do was just execute what we had practiced, because it was, you know, there was obviously some new wrinkles every week, just like they prepare just like we do. Obviously, they practice against our look and we practice against theirs, so there's obviously going to be changes. But, yeah, I mean, they're a great defense overall. It's hard to get anything against them, and that's why I'm just thankful that we got out of here with a win. But obviously the efficiency isn't where we want it passing-wise there, and, you know, I'm sure we didn't run the ball. I don't know what the exact stats were, but I'm sure we didn't run the ball as well as we liked. But, you know, we got the win at the end of the day.
Jackson, same question I asked Braden earlier about advancing, being one of the last 8 teams standing here. Just what's that mean to be to that point, and what's it mean to have a chance to play for a spot in that Final Four spot you guys haven't been a few years now?
Well, it's exciting. I mean, this is what all us seniors came back for. We had the opportunity to be able to come back and play this game, and it's just we're just blessed to be able to be in this spot and be able to go up to Michigan and play another game with each other.
Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate everyone being here. Good luck and up north.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, so the press conference, we appreciate the time from Rich Wright down in the press room, and Braden Wright also down there as well, as the team's going his team is going up to Michigan, and they will play Ferris State next week in the quarterfinals. Northwest Missouri State wins it today. The final score is 28-9. The Bison season ends today, and the 11-2, the final record. Northwest Missouri State, they are now 11-1 as they win it. They scored 7 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, 7 in the third, 7 in the fourth. Bison's led 9-7 right before the end of the first half, but Northwest Missouri State took a 14-9 lead into the locker room and then scored 14 points in the second half, and they won it 28-9. So again, we thank all of our hard work by our Harding Sports Network crew, and our hats off to the seniors on this football team. 13 seniors on this Harding Bison football team today play their final game as a Bison. Thanks to Coach Simmons throughout the season, and what a great season. Thanks to Dutch Hoggett, to Mark Pryor, to Tim Hamilton, Dakota Allender, our producer engineer on radio today, Sarah Hickerson, our director on TV, Sydney Bryant on the field camera for us today, Mark Pryor upstairs on the high camera, along with Tim Hamilton on one of the high cameras as well, and Balaza on replay today for us as the Bisons fall by the final score of 28-9. So the football season ends today for the Bisons, but they win just the second outright conference championship in program history. So a conference championship for this team as they finish the season at 11-2 as they fall today 28-9. So don't forget, we'll have basketball tonight on the Harding Sports Network, 7:30 on radio and TV. It'll be men's Harding basketball as the Bisons will take on Arkansas Fort Smith. So again, the final, Northwest Missouri State wins it today 28-9 over Harding. So for my partner Park Parrish and for all of our Harding Sports Network crew, this is Billy Morgan one final time from First Security Stadium this season saying thanks for being with us and so long, everybody.